Let's go.
Hi, everybody. Sorry for the delay. I've been busy this week. While we're waiting for people to file in and start watching the stream. I am going to play some awesome songs, and we got the Star Spangled Banner, followed by what I think should replace the Star Spangled Banner if we ever have that conversation, and that's Battle Hymn of the Republic. And then I got
Okay.
there's always there's been talk about in the past few years about replacing the Star Spangled Banner, but I think the Battle Hymn of the Republic would be a great replacement.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But not and I have the USSR national anthem and the German national anthem because I really like those songs.
Yeah. Put on the Sacred War after that. I gotta say.
Post the links. I don't know. I don't know them.
Whatever.
I love our national anthem. I'm not gonna lie. I should start every stream with the national anthem, to be honest.
Fair.
Go ultra country music mode. Ladies and gentlemen, not go ultra redneck mode. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Oh shit. Oh man, but no, if there ever is a replacement, if people ever get their way and like they replace the national anthem, this is what I feel like. I feel like we should just do a reverse and replace it with a battle hymn. I happen to like the cover by the Silver Legion of America. You can call me LARPy if you want. I like the way that their organization sung it and composed it the best, because I don't mind the original, but I like the Silver Legion version better. What say you, Jiro?
Maybe. I haven't heard the rendition you'd say before. Honestly, I think we should just put Whitney Houston in charge of it. We resurrect her corpse, because she was the only one who ever did it right at a football game. And what's more American than that, really?
Fair.
Because every time you fucking hear it and you're like, oh, say, can you see? They always want to make it fucking special, bro. But it's the national anthem.
Oh, yeah, they always got to put their own spin on it. They can't just sing it as a patriot, yeah. Type shit.
Pretty much.
By the way, the instrumentals are the only way to go. Oh, well, what happened with Be Brave and Stanley? I've been gone since last Sunday. I had the funeral to attend, and then I had to help my cousin move afterwards. And I got a new puppy, so I've been doing a bunch of stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like I've been busy as hell. Like just, oh my lord! Like today has been the first day that I've actually been home for more than an hour, and I'm glad this little fucker's smart. Like, ow, fuck! He's still got the puppy teeth, and he's not a pit bull. He's I forget. He's a type of bulldog, but he's got the body structure of a pit. He just don't have like the head of a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Like and his head's also not squished in like a pit. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. But he's getting to be spoiled, so he's getting to where he'll whine instead of jumping up somewhere. He'll whine to be picked up, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna break you of that because I like to baby him because he is a little baby. He's a cute little baby, but he's mostly housebroken. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to pop him once or twice. I think he might be an American Bulldog, Halton. I'm not sure. Nick Colati, I do like beans, but no, he's not a pit bull. That's the thing. I think he might be an American Bulldog. He's tan. I'll show pictures next stream. Like he's finally gotten to the point where he's like exploring around the house, and he knows it's his house, and he knows that I'm not taking him back where he came from. We go for a ride now, so he's not crawling on me while I'm driving or while he's riding. So, and like if the door's open, he don't pee or poop in the house. There is no incidents, but we do have incidents at night. Still, he's not holding it throughout the night. So I've been trying to wake up and take him outside. So like he's smart as fuck, man. He's smart as hell. And he already knows his name, and he comes like if you call him, he comes. Like he was born. I think it was January 20th. So he's only a month and 10 days old. And yeah, I got him his shots. Like he's a cute little fucker. I got a picture of him laying down on the on someone's couch that I was like I said, I was helping people move and doing shit through the week. And like so I'm trying to raise this one without actually putting hands on him, like popping him to train him. No, but that's very difficult because he is stubborn. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pop the dog at all, Savage, because like if you pop them, they trust you less. And they, instead of being obedient, they become fearful, and I really don't want that at all in my dogs. So, I mean, I would rather them just be obedient, and he's a good boy. So,
yeah, just gets into trouble, but he'll grow out of it, I imagine.
Oh yeah, no, his teeth are sharp as hell. I don't know who that is. Bundy, I don't know who that is. If you want to post a link, you can. But I would have hopped on today because I saw Brave is live when I was actually taking Tucker outside because Tucker's his name. And I was taking him outside. He likes to frolic in the grass and in my garden beds, and it's the most adorable thing ever because he literally does that puppy hop and run. And he just makes me happy after literally everything. And then attending the funeral and stuff, he's really taking my mind off of it, and he's a good boy. He's the bestest boy. I'm gonna wait until he's about 6 months old to start shooting around him and teaching him to be teaching him to be a hunting dog because I don't want him to be gun shy, and I also don't want his ears to develop wrong and get damaged as well.
Can you give a dog like headphones for shooting noise?
I don't know, but it's actually something I was thinking about looking into because like I don't want to damage his ears at all. But he's my ride or die. He loved at first he hated rides. It's not even the rides. Like he gets comfy in the car in the front seat or the floorboard, but he does not like the movement of the car. That's what don't like it. He don't whine once we get in the car, and not until we start moving and we start moving down the road and we get up to speed. Like he does not like that. Yeah, I think it's an American Bulldog because he loves to wrestle and he doesn't lock his jaws. I don't think he can. I think that's something like that's kind of exclusive to pits with U.S. breeds. And he doesn't grasp the concept of tug of war unless it's my hand. And then he likes to I have a bunch of little I have a bunch of little cuts and scrapes where I've been playing with him. Anytime that I'm not actually moving or doing something for someone. So I've been wrestling him and throwing him down because he's not big at all. I can still hold him and bundle him up in one arm. And he's starting to get the whole walking on the leash thing as well. And I got him as 5-in-1 shots, and he didn't whine at all when giving him the shot of the neck. And that's a ridiculously big gauge if anybody's ever given their animal shots. So, I do think it's an American Bulldog, but we're gonna play one of my favorite anthems from around the world. Believe it or not, I actually, as much as I hate communism, I love this anthem.
Takes back to the days of the middle school bus.
I'll answer all Tucker questions after the glory of Father Stalin.
Exactly.
So we in the chat, Halted said Katusha is better. What say you as our resident Soviet
Katyusha,
Union?
I'd say honestly, yeah, Katyusha is great. A lot of the songs made for war tend to outpace and outdo the what's it called? The actual anthem of the USSR's, I think.
Well, see, here's my thing, right? And I do a lot of in preparation for launching my culture channel, which keeps getting pushed back because of all the shit I have going on. But I've done a lot of research on North Korean and so basically communist propaganda, right? Where it comes with cartoons and whatnot. And what I find, and hey, Not Laws, you might I might not be able to say this now because Not Laws might use it against me. I find that the communist and socialist focus on music and the arts within society and the way they kind of subsidize that instead of leaving it up to the private sector. I think you get better. I think you get better arts and culture from it, in my opinion, because everyone has access.
Yeah. That is true, because the lack of limitations does tend to stifle creativity funding wise, but also you need to give people enough to not starve.
Well,
in terms of just that, and also like people need the ability to actually have the funding to not worry about it, and also not worry about pleasing a bunch of execs, creating for the sake of creation. You know.
well, the issue with that comes while you do get a lot of that in communist societies and socialist societies, you also wind up inevitably getting soul crushing censorship on behalf of the collective and the state. They have a large play of what you can and can't do. You don't have the same freedom of expression. If you're an artist, it's either be censored by the state on fascistic grounds or be censored by the state on communist grounds. Because like in North Korea in particular, like they have no freedom of expression. Everything has to be state propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But in the Soviet Union, they have some level of creativity. However, both of those states, they didn't want individual artists to get popular. They wanted to focus on the collective. So instead of an artist getting popular, it was a symphony that got popular, or you know what I'm saying. I don't know any more. I don't know any more examples because like I don't know anybody else who's autistic like me. So
I know what bro. We're on this obscure ass fucking site talking politics every other day.
Oh yeah, no, not laws. Hold on. Let me. Nick, when I'm going to train him to attack, man, he's already got the attack part down. It's doing it on command.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little shitter. Like he's all like he just learned today that when we're play fighting to do the maximum amount of pain, he's got to shake his head, and now he does that every time he bites down. And I'm like, man, I miss the days where you softly bit because you were playing and being submissive because you're a puppy. And it was just like yesterday, and I'm like, ow, and like that, and so now I have even more cuts and scrapes on my hand from playing with my puppy. Shibari, I can't pronounce these words. Is that a USSR song? Shro? Shibari? He said
Shibari? I doubt it. Shibari song, because there's something else that comes to mind for me when I think of Shibari.
I don't think every movie is vetted by the American military, but a large percentage and stuff that you wouldn't think about is funded by the military for propaganda purposes.
Yeah, I mean, it works too. Just look at fucking Top Gun, bro.
He said, no, it's Japanese rope tying.
No, it's not a song. Okay.
That's funny.
On women specifically. Or nowadays, I guess men too.
But no, I don't know if it's every one of them. Playing some more of this greatness. All right, so that's enough national anthems for right now. Topic for tonight's show. Example: Kyle was a major POS, but America thinks he's a hero or something. Well, I mean, that's more so hero worship of our armed services, which I'm going to be real. I'm going to be 100% real. I think is a detriment long term to a society. But I mean, it is what it is. As far as Chris Kyle being a POS, like, I didn't know the guy personally, so I can't make that call. And there was a person who I knew on these YouTube streets that said they worked in special forces, and it was Mandrell. For those of you who know Mandrell, and he pretty much said that this is true. He pretty much said like special operations screened for sociopaths. I mean, I don't know, man. When you take into the things that they do, I mean that kind of would be necessary to do some of the things they do. But I gotta ask you your opinion, right? Because this is the opinion piece panel.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can hit the link and join us. So we're talking about the isolationist strategy the U.S. has implemented and Pax Americana and what that means for the world right now.
I think the way we're doing it. Actually, I'll let you go first.
Well, this is mainly for the panel, so I'll speak mine at the end if you want. Maybe other people will come up.
Yeah. I think the way we're going about it is fucking retarded. American hegemony is in some intrinsic circumstance, and although I do expect us to, like, you know, at least have some level of standards at this point, the way we're doing it by just like sacrificing our integrity for the sake of media stunts is absolutely absurd. Like Canada's antagonism, especially, regardless of what you think of them, a lot of our economy and a lot of our workers benefit from that partnership. You know, and the degree to which like our trade deals are unfair is massively like trumped up. No pun intended.
My issue with Canada and what I see and my research has been, right, is that even though what you say, it might be true that it's trumped up and it's a bunch of BS and whatnot, but the thing is, like, Canada is bitching about us increasing tariffs on them when they have massive tariffs on us. So, like, I don't see what their issue is, to be honest.
The thing is, the tariffs have gone down over the years, and a part of those, like that spike up, was due to deals. They have a lot of caveats to them that mean the tariffs end up being actually a lot lower because they're based on like how much is exported to Canada. If it crosses a certain threshold, that's when the giga tariffs kick in.
The thing is, the point of NAFTA is free trade between America and Mexico, and Canada, America, and Mexico, right? And if you have free trade, that means no tariffs whatsoever. So, like, if you want free trade, get free trade. If not, just like, I'm gonna be honest. I think the best option is to annex them, and I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the best option. You say I'm an expansionist, Like, I think that there are a lot of things if that were to be even applicable. Because let's be honest, it's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. But there's some reconciliation that America has to be prepared to do to annex any country. And that's we seriously have to look into universal health care and taxation. Because like you can't take people from a nation that has universal health care and throw this privatized system in there in its stead and expect there not to be unrest, not for people to be miserable, not for there to be a humanitarian crisis.
Yeah, it's going to end up being like it'd be a means to plunder their nation and their wealth. if we just allow our privatized healthcare system and a lot of our privatization as a whole to come into the country. You need to administer it like it's your land to some degree.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, not laws. Hopefully, with who we have as the health ministry, hopefully stuff like that stops.
RFK is not going to end the privatization, bro. He's a fucking retard.
No, not the privatization, but using stuff like growth hormones and sugar.
I doubt that's going to happen either. He has too many benefactors. He can go out on all the schizo shit, but anything that impacts, like, especially our agrarian sector and fast food, there's just too much fucking muck, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm cynical about it, but the whole Canada does actually do this well, which is like laws pertaining to medicine and healthcare cannot be done without the input and decision and approval of a doctor's commission, basically, which I think is how it should be. Medicine belongs with medicine, belongs with medicine. And
yeah, but my unelected bureaucrats.
Oh my God. I don't care if they're unelected, bro. They fucking spent half their lives studying for this kind of shit.
Me and you both kind of sort of agree with technocracy. Maybe not believe in it, but
it has its necessity in certain fields, particularly STEM stuff and particularly healthcare.
Yeah. So. I love Rod Burgundy. My mom is watching The Weatherman or The Anchorman in the background, and I just heard him go, "Move your fat ass! Did you lose like 5 pounds?" I mean, like, I understand that, not laws, but the U.S. also trades extensively with a lot of other people. So, I mean, when it pertains to NAFTA, Canada, America, and Mexico, we should not have tariffs for each other because the whole point of that is free trade. The reason that America subsidized farming is, like, let's be honest, you can't compete with slave wages. And a lot of other places either outright use slave labor or use peasant labor, which is hella cheap. As well as farmers would be very angry if they lost those subsidies. There are large blocks in America that believe we should pull farming subsidies, though.
I think the ideal solution is to just diversify the crops instead of cut the subsidies, because how the fuck? Farmers do need that shit sometimes. It's probably the hardest working job you can find in the country, I'll say.
Stay in perpetual debt, especially if you're not a lifelong farmer or a generational farmer.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to buy all that equipment new or even secondhand, you're gonna stay in perpetual debt. You're just gonna be scraping by. So, well, right now, Homosario, we are talking about America and the economy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, specifically agrarian shit right now.
I mean, that's kind of why they dump it, not laws, and like we should do everything to take care of the environment. That's something I agree with leftists. I don't believe in global warming or climate change as they do, but taking care of our environment is something that I do stand strongly behind.
The first people that get impacted are your own populace by pollution and whatnot. It fucks over your people. And at the very least, no matter what your stance is on climate change, that's something that you should always be concerned about as a patriot and as a statesman.
And that's the thing. That's kind of why they dump it down the drain, so they don't flood NAFTA members with things that would destabilize their agricultural economy. Like we pay farmers to destroy large portions of their crops.
Mm-hmm. Damn, maybe Stalin should have tried that. He got the kulaks. Well, no, maybe we should listen to Stalin. He got the kulaks to burn their grain for free, bro. Why are we paying them?
Yeah, but let's be real. The kulaks deserved it. They were basically libertarians.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I used to be like, Stalin bad because of my kulaks, and then I read what some of the kulaks were saying and doing, and I'm like, they're libertarians, but Russian. I hate them. Stalin once again did nothing wrong. What's up, Bob? What's up, Wolfpack? See, the thing is not laws. I don't believe this stuff, this part of climate change and like environmentalism. Like if it is true and it's gonna happen regardless if man is here or not because temperatures change. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think the Dutch are doing a pretty good thing with damming up the ocean.
Fuck those Atlanteans. They ran out of places to colonize. Let's colonize the undersea people.
I'm gonna be real. I think we should colonize the ocean and do more research. I'm not even in like the amount because NASA was funded. NASA was founded to actually research the ocean, not space. I wonder what they found. They found Cthulhu down there, big chilling, smoking a blunt. It's like, slup, guys. They're like, oh, fuck no. You got that dank shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. But I mean, like, I do understand why Trump is trying to push for the annexation of Canada and Greenland. Like, I get it because one, the natural resources there alone would sustain all of our nations for the next 250 years. I think is what I read up on it. And in 250 years, if we're not beginning to colonize our solar system, we deserve to die out. So I'm just gonna be honest. The problem is like if we don't do it, the Chinese or the Russians will do it.
Or the Israelis. They have a space program too now.
Well, no, I'm talking about the Canada and Greenland question.
Again, the Israelis will do it.
What's up, Shanard? How you doing, Bubba? No, like the thing is, Canada and Greenland are not capable of defending themselves from the threats that they're going to face based on real climate change. So, like, unless they rapidly mobilize the military and start pumping out babies in the case of Denmark, like, or not Denmark, but Greenland, they're not. Sorry, you gotta connect your mic and cam. I can't add you to the stream.
Why the fuck? I don't know why it wouldn't like load. I have my shit connected, but I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to say that Canada. I have been red pilled by a D2A Canadian that Canada should remain independent, but it should essentially be an American puppet state.
It's not.
I mean, that's what it kind of is. That's literally what it is right now, but it's a gay American puppet state.
Okay.
Because Canadian politics is like literally controlled by like a couple big American donors and like American super PACs, essentially.
I mean, like, here's the thing. I can't, as much as I think America should annex Canada, I honestly can't think of anything that would benefit the Canadian citizen, besides maybe a stronger currency. Like, I when I think about it, and that's what makes it so bad, because like I don't want to hurt these people. So I don't know.
Canadians are a brother nation. They are a brother nation by name.
I don't think they should remain independent. I don't think they're capable of. Because like even Notlaw said, like we're trying to increase our population to 100 million by the end of the century. Like you know that one, you can't replace people. People are not numbers on a spreadsheet. Like, if you import a more billion people, that is no longer Canada. That's little New Delhi. You know. So I mean, you've done it. You've instead of letting America annex you, you've let India annex you.
Not laws, not laws. Your government took away your ability to fight a guerrilla war, buddy, and is actively trying to remove it. The Quebecois, I could see maybe just because they actually have a long history of
the Quebecois have a legal clause that if
terrorism.
anything were to like happen to them, they can just straight up say no and be independent anyways.
But yeah, your government is like literally crippled your ability to fight a guerrilla war. I hope you know that. Not to mention, like, Canadian military small arms are ass.
The thing about it is, like, if is it really a guerrilla war, and would it not just be terrorism? And I'm not being inflammatory when I say that, because here's the thing: like, your government's already taken your ability to have a guerrilla war and fight back against it and its tyranny, right? So, are you saying that there would be politicians and military officials that would go against the legal annexation of your country? Because America will never invade Canada. That's not how it would happen in a million years. Nor would it ever invade Greenland. It would happen diplomatically and economically, first and foremost, because those are peaceful people and some of our best friends. So, like, nationwide speaking, right? So, it would literally just be some.
Also, I'd like to point out that you guys are getting a new service pistol. Yeah, it's called the P320. That thing's dog shit. Have fun.
Well, the thing is, like, that would be some radicals of various political flavors committing terrorism. So, like, I don't think that's the win you think it is by saying it'd be a 50-year guerrilla war. It would be a slightly worse than the gang problem we have in our major cities. Yeah, not laws. I've been made aware and red pilled on the basic what amounts to the Canadian racial laws or ethnic laws, I should say, would be more apt. That are there for the English speakers, the French speakers, and the First Nations peoples. It's kind of weird how y'all do things. As much as my stance is on race, I would rather live in a melting pot than have a bunch of special rules for a bunch of special places. Like, everybody should be treated equally under the law, or as close as possible to equally.
I mean, the whole reason the Canadians have special rules because they are like literally a separate people, culturally, linguistically, and ethnically.
Well,
And we have the same thing for the natives too.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you have what amounts to a nomadic tribe, like several nomadic nations living within Canada that have been forced. It adds flavor to society. Nah, bruh. I'd rather have a melting pot because we all the same nation and shit.
I mean, you have a melting pot, you end up like America, where you literally just genocide every language that isn't English, and then, like, we're like, but heck, in Spanish is wholesome. Like, you forget, we used to, like we banned the ability to teach German. Yeah, we literally banned their ability to speak German under, like...
Like, in 1910, I think 40% of all non-English newspapers in the United States were German. By 1945, that was, like, less than 2%.
All right, we banned German.
We
brutally de-Germanicized our population. My family actually is very intimate with that part of our history.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, whenever people go, but my natives, they lost their culture and da da da. I'm like, I'm German American. I don't care. That does not bother me.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water for myself.
Yeah, we seriously just like annihilated all the other cultures in the Americas. It's like if you are not vaguely like Anglo culture, well, I mean the Germans still very much held on to their culture, just like the language is dead.
It's not even that. Like in some parts of Georgia, like New Brunswick, they still speak a lot of German down there. The Midwest speaks a lot of German.
Same here in Texas. I go
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
church
say
with several.
Texas still speaks German. It was more so not allowed on the national level.
Oh, they banned it in schooling. That's why, like Texas Deutsche, which is a distinct dialect of German, is dying. It's almost a dead language.
Like so I said this on Bumpkin stream and like people disagreed, but I then saw something come up. Is like if America makes English the official language, like
Mm-hmm.
they're going to try to make it a dual. They're going to try to make Spanish a dual language as well. You can say, "Oh,
Oh,
you're
most likely.
retarded." You can say that, but like the fact that it's already done so in business, press
Well,
1 for English or 2.
Spanish is already a dual language in the Texan government. Like every single government form has Spanish and English on it. It's been that way for a long time now.
Yeah, and like here's my thing. Like I am for an official language because all people within the nation should speak the same language and be able to read and write and communicate in the same language, right? And like
Oh yeah, I
we
agree.
should implement measures to force this austerity onto people. Like
Yeah,
it was
they
done to my people, so I don't care if it's done to others.
Yeah, you should. I don't think other languages should be stamped out, but English should be standardized. Like everyone should know how to read and write in English. Now, if they speak a different language at home, that's at home. You know,
Yeah.
like you should be able to speak German, Spanish, French, etc.
Well, that's part of being free, being able to doing what you
Yeah,
want. But like when you're talking about official things, like official government policy,
exactly. Like a language for governance and a language that you need to speak in the halls of Congress.
yeah.
I mean, it already essentially is English. It's just not in writing, which is
I don't necessarily agree that American culture is materialism because there is really
you
no
go first.
such thing as American culture. You have states culture and regional culture.
I
real.
mean, I'll say this to that. A part of that is because we literally got the Civ 6, we got the civilization cultural victory where American culture is the default. So it seems like we have nothing. But in a lot of aspects, we still are quite lacking compared to other people, you know?
Well,
That,
you
you
also
say
gotta
that
understand
because
our
you're like,
civilization is only 200-300 years old.
well, bros ain't never been to the South. Let's just leave it at that, and that's a fact.
Yeah, well,
I've been to the
thing,
South. That's the one place that has something going for it, I'll be honest.
I mean, the South, like the West has some good culture. The Midwest has some culture too.
no,
Um,
dude, every state, and even within those states, some regions within states, they have their own culture. Like when I was a trucker, dude, I used to love pulling over in small towns and seeing their festivals and stuff going on
oh yeah,
because like
Yeah.
even the regional food and the way they even like barbecue, the way Texas does barbecue versus North Carolina, totally different.
North Carolina barbecue is evil. Should be banned.
Not to mention, like, even America is like, even the Northeast has some stuff going for it. The fucking, like, if you go to all the way in the north without the cities,
I think the issue is just urban. Urban American culture is homogenized to a large extent.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Yes,
it's also flaming garbage. But I'll let you finish.
true. It is very homogenized and very much just like consolidated. Well, it's different, but it's still very samey. And I think that's where the whole idea comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, motherfuckers will say America has no culture, and when they think of Texas, they think of like cowboys and Indians type shit. It's like, have some like
Have some heckin' nuance, please.
yeah, have some nuance, please. It'd be like saying a fucking like some guy from Scotland is like some guy from the Highlands, like bumfuck middle of nowhere Highlands, has the same culture as like somebody from London. It's like no, those are two entirely different people. Sure, they're under the same country and probably have a similar culture, but they are two very different people of different cultures. It might be similar, but it's not the same.
My puppy's almost ready for bed, man. Look
Society.
Yeah, I need to go to bed soon. It's over.
I'm gonna send y'all a picture on Discord of the puppy. He was laying down, but when he saw me take a picture, he looked up. He's shadowing me and looking up with his puppy dog eyes. He's ready to go to bed.
Not less. That is objectively untrue, and that wouldn't work because technically speaking, we have been under a Pax Americana. It's just that the fact that there has never been such a thing as world peace. Like Pax Romana, you can like literally look up that period. There's a shitload of peripheral warfare. The Pax Britannica, there is a shitload of peripheral warfare. Pax Mongolica, there is a shitload of peripheral warfare. It's just the Heartland is very much peaceful at the expense of still being war out in the outer reaches of said empire, and it's much more. It's usually of much lower intensity warfare.
Yeah. I mean, I DM'd you a meme, Orthodox. I'll DM it to you as well, Huss. And this is the issue I kind of see with our current administration, which is this is the attitude they have towards our hegemony.
Oh, by the way, not lost. I wanted that comment I got pulled up. I see. As far as since we're using Civ references and Civ 5 and Civ 6 are my favorite, right? The way I'd play the game is turn off victory and just conquer the entire planet. I would basically win culture, science, military domination, and then I would just conquer everything. Because you get bonuses for having the biggest scores in those things in each era. Because in all honesty, America is unique throughout world history. I think America and Mongolia are the only nations to have this level of superpower status, and their technology vastly different. So like this level of superpower is very unique in human history, and like in order to be what America is, you not only have to win a cultural victory, but you have to have science and economics and the military domination, because it all plays hand in hand.
Which I mean, we do. We have like objectively in our time up until like fairly recently, when things started to slip, have achieved the cultural victory, and brought and ushered in
Calvin,
the greatest.
Come on, I need somebody to argue with.
But yeah, we have ushered in like literally the greatest period of peace in human history. The world has never been this peaceful in all of history, and that's literally because of America.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. There was the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan, all of which are objectively speaking small conflicts. Like, you have the wars, you have some minor conflicts in Africa, some civil wars, but we're in a period of like just insane amount of peace up until fairly recently, and it's still primarily very peaceful compared to most of human history.
We're going through a zeitgeist of change.
Yeah, exactly, things are changing.
We're becoming a multipolar world again, and you're going to see war more and more. Like the downside to being multipolar is you get wars like Ukraine and Afghanistan way more often.
Well, shit, it's like when the Germans stood up to British hegemony. Look what that resulted in.
Yeah.
At the time, the greatest war of human history.
So, not laws. Hold on, wait. Let me address Coolidge, and then I'll address your most recent comment. Calvin, you're more than welcome to join the panel. Since I'm hosting, I will not talk mad shit to you. I will be respectful. You are allowed to come up here and voice your opinion. It is nice to not be in an echo chamber. But, like, I don't know who the MAGA lovers are on this panel. Like, I don't like Donald Trump. I'm an open fascist.
Yeah.
I don't like liberal market capitalism. I don't like liberal market ideals. Dro is like the closest thing to a communist I know, and Hasaria is basically a Latinx man.
I am not Latinx.
Oh yeah, he's
I'm sorry.
Mongolian.
I have unironically though become like extremely reactionary over the past like year. Not gonna lie.
Ew, that's
More
like
like over
that's
the
like
past
the
6 months.
worst idea.
Well, reactionary, and as Hitler said, I'm a revolutionary against the revolution. A reactionary in that sense, to some degree.
That's kind of larpy, bro. Not gonna lie.
Are you a
Hey,
Spencer, right?
hey! We need to bring about the American theocratic empire. All right, buddy.
You okay? Okay. Holy larp.
Oh my
Yes.
lord! Oh my god! You know what? You know what? Since he's going to the pit, you need to go to the pit. It's your turn. It's your turn, brother.
Oh, the pit. Nah, for real, for real.
I feel bad for him. Yeah, I told him I was gonna pray for him. He's gonna end up like me.
But yet, not lost. Donald Trump is not a fascist. Objectively, like untrue. Same with the entirety of the Republican Party. It's just like how the Democrats aren't communists, but the Republicans are like the Democratic communists of Joe Biden. It's like no. This is the issue of anti-fascism and anti-communism being taken to such extremes that anything I don't like is one or the other. Yeah, the results of like liberal political philosophy dominating the mainstream media and its consequences have been a disaster for autistic internet argumentation.
Well, not here's the thing, right? And like Donald Trump and Republicans are market liberals, and Democrats are big thing here. They're social liberals.
Exactly, exactly.
And here's the thing: most online Nazis, most online "quote unquote" fascists. Our friend gave us the greatest clapback ever. You're not a national socialist. You're not a fascist. You're just a social democrat, like a real social democrat.
No, oh, honest to God.
Well, he's right though. He's right though. You're just racist. Like that's
Yeah,
all
which
you
is
got to tell these people. You're just a racist social democrat.
essentially yes. See, I have like evolved my politics with faith to some degree, and it's in a very odd way.
I have more or less more or less lost my faith, and I don't like that. I gotta pray more.
Dog, you need to go to church. That's the most important thing.
You had your first theological journey to becoming Muslim, then you became Christian again. Now you have to spend like 5,000 years becoming Jewish.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you become Jewish, you like quite literally have to ignore the Old Testament.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Me and Gimpy talked about Orthodox Judaism, and like honestly, I feel personally there's a lot of Nietzschean stuff in there, and it's like the eternal struggle is part of Judaism. So like I kind of like it, but at the same time, I see why I believe in the Christian God, and I believe in Jesus, so that'll never change. But like I can understand why Christianity is going through the problems it goes through, because the lessons that we should have kept from Judaism, we did not. At least
Well, I
it
think
brought us to Christianity.
it's very much just the fact that we are a fallen people in a fallen world, and both as a Jew, Christian, or whoever believes that the Old Testament is gospel to some degree, or not gospel, but it's like it's the work of God. That we are a fallen world, and inevitably these are always going to be problems for our society. Also,
Yeah,
I just
every
like to
couple
point
of
out,
100 years we have the same issues.
yeah, exactly. Even if we make like the perfect Christian society, give it 20 years, it'll fall apart
Yeah.
because that's the nature of man.
Oh yeah,
And
if you had a bunch of crusading Christians going around and enforcing Christian theology, within 10 years it would be a corrupt hellhole, and you'd have another Martin Luther, you'd have another schism.
exactly, it's why like towards the end of Catholic Church total dominance, you resulted with Wycliffites, Hussites, the Reformed, the Lutherans, and all the other groups. It's just that is the inherent nature of being human.
And
Also-
talking to Orthodox or Catholics about Protestants, because like the original Lutherans were like legitimate in their gripes against the Catholic Church. Like the Catholicism, the Pope was basically had everybody convinced that he can sell you entry into heaven.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to defend the Catholic Church here. This is where my most shuttiness comes out. People hear indulgences and they think, oh, that just means that you could buy your way into heaven. No. The rationale was that you use your wealth, because poor people didn't have to pay indulgences, only the rich did. The rationale was, you have a lot of wealth, you have lived a sinful life, use your wealth to improve society and human welfare, and that is your redemption.
But also, that's not scriptural. That's literally not scriptural at all. That goes against biblical teaching. Like
that is true, but it's just like, I don't mean this as a theological defense, but rather just a, what's it called?
A humanist approach. Your pragmatic approach.
Like, de facto, who was the largest builder of hospitals, like universities?
The Catholic Church.
Yeah, the Catholic Church.
And where did that come from? That was funded via indulgences, largely.
Yeah,
that was funded by donations by the laity as a whole.
But the issue with indulgences, right? I have a couple friends who went to law school and either dropped out halfway, one of them made it, and they're always talking about things like the spirit and the letter of the law, right? The spirit of the law is the reason something is created. The letter is how it's applied, right? And the spirit of the law, you may be right, Drew. The spirit of indulgences were to improve society if you were a flawed, wealthy person. But the letter and the way the Pope and the Catholic Church used them was allowing those rich people to do horrible, heinous shit, and then buying an indulgence and saying that's basically the same thing as repentance.
Also, I'd like to point out that is just one thing that the 95 Thesis covers.
Yeah.
It's called the 95 Thesis for a reason.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, my biggest gripe actually is the Catholic priests not being able to have families. Like, how can you be a father? How can you be a leader in your community and not be a father? Like
that is one of the most important things you can be as a Christian, is a parent.
Not to mention the extreme loss of knowledge and wisdom that not having a family for these men. That was the true debt. Like science thrived under Catholicism. I don't care what anyone says.
Yep.
The church was science for the longest time. Shout out to the fucking Big Bang. Oh, epic theist own was proposed and proven. Well, not proven, but it was proposed by a Catholic priest of Belgium.
Yeah. Well, see, the another issue is, and I'm going to move on to Calvin's question. Another issue is like them not having family. Not passing on that intelligence and wisdom and those teachings really, really hurt Europe. Like, you had a dying off of knowledge and wisdom, and like, it's just a passive effect on society when you have children. Intelligent people having children typically increases the intelligence of their children.
Yeah.
And now we're getting into pseudo eugenics.
I'm sorry, you finished.
No, I'm done.
Yeah, I get the theological grounds for Catholics not having. Like Catholic priests not having families.
There's not really any good ones, I'm going to be real with you.
I got to go back to scripture at that point.
There's a reason the Catholics are the only church that don't allow
the Orthodox
priests to marry. Yes, you're allowed to get married in the Orthodox.
The Orthodox. Well, here's a caveat to that. Right?
It has some more restrictions than most churches, but it is still legal.
In order for you to you can become a priest, and it is frowned upon for you to not have a family and become a priest. But once you become a priest in Orthodox faith, you're not allowed to get married. Because you have to date and you have to court, and that's seen as sexual immorality within the church. Or that's what I was told. That could be completely wrong. But
yes, that is the case. That is the case from everything I've gathered.
Calvin, I never said I wasn't going to overtalk you, but I mean, I will be chill with you. And by the way, when I'm on other people's panels, that's kind of what they bring me up to do. They bring me up to be a dick-headed pit bull. That's kind of my whole shtick if you haven't put it together.
Also, not less. What is the morality you're basing yourselves around? Because like,
What? Hold
what,
on. Let me finish your draft.
all right, go ahead. Go ahead. I thought you were done. Sorry.
I defend Trump against you because your complaints are, to me, they're retarded, and it's not just your complaints; it's people who agree with you. Like it's completely one-sided, and you're very critical when it comes to Trump, at least in my experience. As far as what I think about Signalgate, I think it's a nothing burger and it's retarded.
I mean, it's retarded, which is the issue. You know, hold on. There's this really funny quiz I found. Like, which member of the Signal group chat leak are you?
I'll post that shit in the back chat. I want to see that.
You gotta take it.
Yeah, I'll take it on stream.
With which member of Houthi PC small group are you?
I
got Tulsi.
I don't know what that's in regards to, but like that's what all wars have ever been fought over: resources and market share. To be honest,
I put it orthodox.
All right, I agree. Today's conservative is yesterday's Democrat. Today's conservative is yesterday's liberal. I don't know what that's to.
It's a U quiz. It's fine.
The Republicans have gone down. They have gone down the. In my
that
mind,
is
I didn't read Pipeline. I read Focus Tree. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be real.
I was playing Hoy before starting the stream. I'm not
gonna. I wish not lost. I wish that were the case. I so wish.
Open fascist / national socialist. Like I really do wish that were the case, but it's not.
It's sadly not. It is sadly not.
I consider myself a humanist. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't.
I have a hard time valuing human life after the shit I've seen, bro. I just stick with friend-based morality. If my friends do it, it's inherently okay. If it hurts my friends, it's inherently evil.
Well, that's what I thought being a humanist is.
A humanist is like the general belief in human welfare and willing to be at least somewhat utilitarian about it, but generally the more optimistic, idealistic sense to it.
Utilitarianism is the single most retarded ideology that humans have ever invented. You guys realize the whole thing about the trolley question is utilitarian?
Yeah.
It was proposed by utilitarians.
Yeah.
Utilitarianism, right? Like
the issue with utilitarianism is just it's like a tempered utopianism, which it means
not even Drew. Not even. It's not even tempered. That's its whole purpose, to be utopian.
Yeah, the point is
utopia is
like every decision you make is inherently for the greater good. And it doesn't account for human flaw in that. It doesn't account that sacrifice is inherently against the greater good of humanity.
If you don't know what utilitarianism is, it can be summed up by what utilitarians say utilitarianism is. And if you do any research on it and you read the works of utilitarians, they'll sum it up by saying whatever. And this is in the actual paper on utilitarianism and their philosophy. What does the most good is the most good for humanity. I'm sorry, what brings the most amount of happiness is what's most good for humanity. So if being an authoritarian fascist made the most people happy, that would be the utilitarian goodness.
I mean, it's not like it even matters anyways, because there's literally no such thing as perfect society, not until the creation of a new heaven and a new earth.
Well, utilitarianism, believe it or not, is something that needs to be rooted out, but it's going to be nigh impossible in America because so much of our society and social thought is based on utilitarianism, especially our legal code and the way we do things. It is absolutely wild.
All right, I posted my results. I got my results. I'll put it on Huss's server.
I have not even been doing the quiz. Phantom of the West Wing.
So I don't. Here's the thing. I defend Trump against you, Calvin, because I'm contrarian against you because I believe that a lot of your beliefs are hypocritical. It is more so that I'm arguing with you, not that I'm arguing in favor for Trump. If you understand what I'm saying. So that's what I don't get. How the hell? Why were they even using Signal for government things? Was that like an official thing?
No, it's not approved. But we have like verified security channels to text this shit through, but they didn't use it because they're
How you
fucking
doing tonight, Calvin?
retards.
Because they are retarded. That is objectively true.
Doing well, yourself. Doing well.
Welcome, bro.
How you doing tonight?
Ben, it's good to have you.
Good evening, panel. Good evening.
All right, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. I just wanted to come and further ask Muslims some questions.
Go ahead.
But you go. I can wait my turn.
No, you're new on the panel. You haven't got to speak tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess this is my first time over here.
Welcome.
So you said the Signal Gate was a nothing burger and retarded.
Yeah. Well, not retarded in the sense that you think so. That I'm about to say, because what I think when I say retarded,
Okay.
and what I think you think are two different things, right? When I say it's retarded, it's not. I don't think that you caring about it is retarded, because if our government officials are making policy and talking about war plans on an unsecure network, that's retarded as fuck on their part.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So you are condemning what they did.
Yes, it's dumb. Like, even I only know it by memes vicariously, because like I haven't really this week in particular, like I haven't done anything or studied any politics or cared. Like, I've been connecting with friends, family, and like trying to reconnect and build relationships with people because of all the other stuff I had going on the past year. So I don't really know much about it. You're probably more educated on it than I am.
On this actual mishap, the thing that I guess blew up this past last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so what don't you know, or you say you don't know much about it?
So this is what I know, or what I think I know, right?
All right.
Trump's cabinet, especially with the military aspect in regards to the Houthis and the Middle East in general.
Okay.
We're talking a bunch of shit with each other, like a bunch of dude bros, frat bros, just talking shit like me, Huss, or Zro would do in a Discord on Signal. And they were talking about what they would like to do as far as military strategy.
Not just that.
Almost.
It was plans that wound up being approved and executed.
Oh, that's extra retarded, and there should be some espionage act going on there. Like they should be severely being looked at.
But yeah, I won't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that is like a
Sorry
direct.
to me overriding you, bro.
So here's what I think happened. So Signal Gate was I'm not all that familiar with the app, but it was it's a place where you can chat amongst friends, create a group chat specifically for a group, sort of like a text message stream. Mike Waltz was the one responsible for, I guess, bringing everyone in the group, and he accidentally bought in the newspaper representative from, I forgot the name of that paper right now eludes me. Atlantic or whatever. So he bought him in, and he bought a whole other people in. I guess they were talking regularly or whatever the case may be. What you can do if you're in the government, you can talk your, I guess, smack or whatever. I think everything went awry is when Matt Gaetz started posting what's going to happen next in terms to our enemy strike on the Houthis, and he was telling everyone what the strike plans in the next 20 and 30 minutes. So this is information that he's publicized, making known on this group chat prior to them actually striking the Houthis. So that was a huge problem.
Yeah,
So,
it was like the journalist in there, or I'm sorry, I cut you off again.
No, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like
Zro, I actually think you and Calvin will be aligned on a lot of stuff. Actually, to be fair.
interesting. I like to get to know you more and just pick your brain in that case at some point, probably later on in the panel. But Yeah.
To be clear, I'm an independent. They call me whatever they call me, liberal, whatever the case may be. But I'm independent. I choose whatever I deem is right at the point in time. But go ahead.
No
Go
worries.
ahead,
That means
Marco.
we're gonna be calling you a liberal, but for two entirely different reasons.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, fucking like the group chat guy explicitly said he was thinking to himself, "There's no way these plans are real. There's no way these plans are actually going to be a thing. It's got to be like some meme or bot that I've been added to." And 2 hours later, or 4 hours later, the plans that were discussed within the group chat were executed upon Yemen, and it was publicized. And he was like, "Holy shit, this was all real!" And that's when he wrote about it.
My issue with the media and people like you, Calvin,
Okay.
are it always seems to be one-sided, right? If a social liberal gets into office and like they can do whatever they want to do. Like Obama with the drone strikes and deportations was not a problem when Obama did it. But when a Republican government does it, it's an issue. And that annoys me beyond anything. Like that makes
Oh,
me
we got the same one, Drew, by the way, for the the Houthi PC group quiz.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna actually take it. So
Can you send the link to Calvin by any chance? If you want to take it for shit's sake,
It's in the back check. It's in the back
You
chat.
should be able to see it.
It's so fucking stupid. I love it. The fact that some of this actually happened is insane.
You're in charge of naming top.
all right,
secret.
I'm not gonna comment on this, but I'm gonna take my time reading it so the audience can see my answers. And Calvin, if you want to address me or talk to me,
Make Europe pay again.
I'll let
Nah,
you take
bruh.
the test. I'll allow you to take the test in peace.
All right. I like this Freedom Strike Team go.
That's a high level discussion. No jokes. Cause I know that's what I put my friend group chat as, and we just shit post all day.
I feel like you're gonna name that the Discord group now.
No. It has to be something with camp in it. It's been that way for like 3 years. Okay, it's not gonna change.
Camp.
Yeah, it's been something camp for like 3 years. Not changing that tradition.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I do have a bad feeling about Latvia. I've always had a bad feeling about Latvia. I don't know.
And the Latvians have like done nothing for their entire history.
Nah, that's the thing. They're plotting. See, nah, me and Putin go way back.
When you're done with that, I have one quick question for you.
Oh man.
So, while he's taking it, who's the person that you said we would possibly agree that I don't know their name.
That would be me, yeah.
When in
Second from the top.
blame Europe.
No, yeah, that's what I put. When in doubt, blame Europe.
You said
Exactly.
Drew or Zero? What's his name?
Yeah,
Dro. It's from a video game.
Okay.
Yeah, like the S in treasure or vision. Dro.
Dro.
I don't act on behalf of any foreign government. It's always my go-to.
But yeah.
So Dro, I think just to clarify some of the points that you made, I think what happened, he was in there for like a week or so, and before they started talking about that, I think it was in for a long time. Seems like we said, and before they started like dropping details, I thought it was, to me, now that I look back at it, he being that he was a part of Atlantic, and Atlantic is all about getting top secret news. I would have never taken myself out of the group chat if I were him. I would probably consider not taking myself out of group chat, especially if you would be able to eavesdrop in all these intel information that's going on the um within the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that would have been hilarious if he did
I mean,
that.
I get why he did it. I get why he did leave. There's a good chance that, like, if he doesn't bail too quick, if he doesn't get it immediately, he dies to a suicide via 2 rifle shots to the back of the head.
Well,
You know,
but see, if that's the case, he could have he could have. I'm sure he probably shared the information with his people at his business, so he would have been covered there. I only wonder from his vantage point, maybe he looked at it as him possibly getting in trouble for not outing himself in terms of being in his chat and seeing all this high level information, classified information. Maybe he was scared from that vantage point, being exposed to all this information. But I would have, I would have, I would have stayed there. I don't know if I would have dropped myself, exposed myself. I would have waited for someone to call me out and address the situation, because
That would have been the smart thing to do from a journalistic perspective. But I got Tulsi Gabbard, namaste, but make it treason.
I got Stephen Miller,
The entire intelligence community.
Phantom of the West Wing, baby.
If a TED Talk and a Russian psyop had a baby.
So, did you? Is that your grade?
Yeah. What did you get, Calvin? Are you gonna take it?
Oh, I know I haven't taken. I'm pretty abreast on what's going on. So, um, you mentioned so long ago. I probably forgot what you said. I take this situation as very I guess no, I know what you said. You said you brought up Obama and the drone strike, and you said that it's what's the word? Contradictory for us
Yeah.
to. I don't see how these two situations compare.
Well, no, I'm talking in generality, right? I'm talking about um that little Russian phrase, by the way, at the bottom of the Tulsi Gabbard says, it's Russian. It says in English, I was a Democrat once." But no, so basically, I was speaking in generality, right? I was talking about people who typically align with you or do the things you do when talking about Trump or in politics in general.
Mhm.
When it's a liberal like Obama, it's always hypocritical, right? And it's one sided. That's what I don't like, and that's why I typically am contrarian to you based on Trump. It's not even that I support Trump. I just don't like the one sidedness because I have smoke for the Trump administration, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, the Biden administration. Like I don't like there's things I don't like about any of them, but it always seems that people like yourself are just hypocritical
See, and,
and only
no.
calling out one administration or one side. And that's
What's
what annoys me.
Well, see, now I would have to totally disagree with you on that, because I think we've had exchanges on another person panel that I met you on, and I could have sworn there were numerous occasions where I've called out the left and their mishaps. The very reason why I claim independent, a non-group, is so that I could have that freedom to choose what is right and to cast blame wherever it lies, and not be a Democrat or Republican, and hold hostage to defending something is wrong. That's why I choose to be independent. So for you to categorize me for something I'm clearly not trying to be, it's puzzling to me. You see what I'm saying? I choose to be
That
independent so I can call out, the Democrats and the Republicans equally.
that's fair. That's a fair statement from you. I don't recall whenever you've called out the left, but that could also be my own bias where
I
I'm
mean,
just so used to people like yourself calling out the right that I wasn't paying attention and I only get activated. I only get a neuron activation whenever you call out the right. That could be my own. That could be my own issue because I'm not in your brain. I can't.
It could just be also if you're talking about our government specifically, then there's less opportunities to criticize the left because the left is not really in government, at least nearly to the same degree. You know.
Well, I mean, that depends on what you mean by the left and the right. If you mean by left and right by Republican and Democrat, which are both, if you consider right to be reactionary and left to be modernist, then it would technically be left. But if you're going by American standards, yeah, I guess.
Well,
by the left, I mean like the, like based on leftist regimes left and the policies they would enact.
Let me get Calvin's opinion because we talked about it earlier.
It's also not rightist either in that case. If you're considering like rightist regimes that were very much like isolated or were like supported by like
it's varying degrees of liberal. It's exactly degrees of liberal. It's either social or market liberal.
That's fair.
Republicans and the American right is nothing but market liberals. The American left is nothing but social liberals.
Well, it's like, yeah, exactly. The Democrats are nowhere near fucking Stalin, and the Republicans are nowhere near Adolf Hitler or Mussolini, right? And they will probably never be anywhere near either. And that's what, if you're looking at the both extremes of like extreme leftist like governance and extreme rightist governance, like neither would be anywhere near the other two, right?
Huss, let me get you. I'm going to start with Calvin, but let me get you and Calvin's opinion on the the neo-isolationism and the Pax Americana era that we're going into. What are your opinions on those things? Do you think they're good, bad? Do you think we should immediately stop? What?
So that question is posed to me.
Yeah, well, it's posed to everybody on the panel, but I want to start with you because you've never been on my panel.
Look who it is! Yeah, go ahead. My apologies.
Bumpkin.
What's up? Finish your sentence. Finish your statement.
I think he asked me a question. The reason why I laughed is because you used some terms I'm not necessarily familiar with. So I probably need to have you break that down a little bit more, or if you want to let the first person go, maybe I can pick it up from there.
What is it that you weren't familiar with? I'm actually no offense, Huss, but I'm more interested in your perspective because I think me and Huss.
Well, you can probably guess what mine is.
Yeah, I'm not a big label person. Go ahead, repeat your question again.
So, what do you feel like? What is your opinion on the neo-isolationist era / Pax Americana era that we're into?
That stop right there. Neo-isolationist era.
Yeah, neo being new.
Okay.
And
isolationist.
I know what isolationist is. Most MAGA right now are isolationist.
Yeah. Well, we're returning to the pre-World War II era.
Okay. I find this whole era very interesting and odd to me. I don't agree with it. I don't think we should be isolationists. I think it's very opportunistic for us to be isolation at this point, especially since we're the biggest nation, on the block. So for us to take that isolationist, I don't agree with that. Withdrawing from the world while you leaving other players on the board to do whatever they want, I just don't agree with that concept.
Why is it our battle to fight?
So
because we benefit from it is my take, but you go first.
We do benefit from it, but I just don't think we benefit from it that much. Not the pros and the cons do not outweigh themselves.
So like what's happening right now with Greenland or whatever the case may be. Apparently, we can't be too much of an isolationist if our ship has to go to specific places.
Go
ahead.
You can be imperialistic on your borders and isolationist at the same time. Two things can be absolutely true.
Well, that would be an expansionist. You can be expansionist and isolationist.
Yeah.
Because expansionism would be expanding your borders,
Mm-hmm.
and isolationist would be staying out of foreign conflicts.
So isolationist to you means staying out of foreign conflict.
Well,
It's
that's what it's always meant.
yeah, like
And
during
not
World
just staying out
War
of
One.
foreign concept. We have to think about world trade, where we spend most of our we're pretty much the de facto protectors of all world trade.
Yeah, if America withdrew its navies from the world's oceans and only focused on our shipping lanes and what we needed, piracy would skyrocket.
The Somalians would be vindicated.
I mean, just look at it this way: like before World War II, most Americans wanted us to like ignore what the Europeans were doing and just keep selling shit to both sides and not give a fuck. That's what it's like.
Right.
The basic question is.
We like our entire founders wanted us to completely look away from Europe and build our own nation. But you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is, I guess.
When the people rest away.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be right back.
I just
you know
woke
what,
up.
Laws? I'm gonna put me and Bumpkin's pictures into an AI to make this comic strip a reality, because that is just peak humor. I kind of want to start a Pax Americana comic strip. Orthodox and Bumpkin are marching to take Canada. Orthodox is a Canadian, but his gun misfires.
Pax, I'm gonna be honest. I think you're going to be very surprised by my take on this, because my take has very much changed on this opinion.
Really?
Yes.
Bumpkin takes the gun and looks down the barrel. Next scene, Bumpkin's face has a bunch of soot on it. See, first off, I'm offended that you think my gun would misfire, because I clean my guns religiously. But okay. But go ahead. What's your take, Gus? And then
So my take, at this point in time, isolationism is impossible, as we have created the world that as it is now, and if we want to go isolationist, we essentially give up the world to China, and I refuse to live under Chinese hegemony. Like I would, like a pseudo-Marxist regime, because it's not truly Marxist or communist, it's pseudo at best with how they have shit set up.
Communist with Chinese characteristics.
Communist with Chinese, it's barely fucking Marxist. It's just like
It's not even barely. If you go to fucking like their capital and you're on the fucking highway, they have stock prices on like every fucking traffic stop.
Well, no, it's really weird because the coastal regions are like extremely like market liberal, but then like inland is essentially like a state command economy. It's retarded. But I refuse to. I think we as Americans, much like in the Cold War, we should not let this kind of like retarded ideology, these like literal godless heathens take over the world and have hegemony. And as we are the most well-equipped nation to do it, we should fight that crusade.
The hegemony is over. Like
it is.
Hegemony.
But we should still fight this fight to destroy like atheistic ideology like this.
That fight will require things like imperialism into Africa for the resources there. Are you going to convince the West to do that? That's going to be a tough sell.
Okay, now here's a side.
Here's the thing: the West already does that. It's called French West Africa, dude. It's just you do it on the down low and don't talk about it.
Nah, here's the thing: Neo-Monroe Doctrine.
I don't want to do anything what the frogs are doing, bro. I'd rather die than replicate French foreign policy.
You know, Joe, I'm gonna tell you a statistic that's gonna hurt your soul, because it hurts mine every time I think about it. The French have won more battles than any other nation.
Yes, France is like historically, France is objectively the strongest military power on the planet.
Only through quantity, only through
No. Okay. That is objectively false. France was the military hegemon of Europe up until post-Napoleonic wars, dude.
It took a Corsican, an Italian, to make them militarily worth something besides.
No, that is objectively incorrect, an inherent misunderstanding of French history. Fucking look at Vauban, the greatest military engineer of his time. He perfected the art of siege warfare and perfected the art of castle building and dominated early modern Europe.
You let him hit.
I really don't want to give the French a W, man.
No, the French were objectively the strongest. Like, even during World War I, they did amazing, all things considered.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like Huss's love for France is second only to.
No, I'm not a Francophile. I am very much.
You sound like
No. I think the French should be under English crown, but you cannot just
Holy
buy.
LARP, Batman.
Yes, holy LARP. Yes, holy LARP. But like, I have some autistic things I want to get right, and I'm not gonna lie about something because I don't like the French. You cannot like the French. I don't particularly very much like the French, but you have to admit that the French are like historically, not like now, but historically they are the greatest military power on the planet.
This brings me to what inspired the stream, right? Because I was thinking about this morning. You brought up French West Africa, right? I was thinking about how we could be isolationist while also fighting the good fight against communism. Because I despise communism. Or whatever atheistic bullshit China's doing now. And I think that we can largely be isolationist while also helping rebuild the Japanese, remilitarize Japan, militarize the shit out of Taiwan, and have closer ties with Vietnam to contain China. We could use Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Afghanistan. Well, Afghanistan. If we start working with the Taliban instead of talking shit on them. And we could use them to secure the Middle East and to go against Iran. And we could use Uganda because Uganda is making hella inroads into securing peace in Africa. We could use nations like Uganda and their allies.
Do you mean Rwanda? Because they're the one with Paul Kagame who just like periodically
I meant
people of their
Rwanda.
organs.
Total Congolese death.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like Rwanda's doing amazing. That's why we should get Gary and was on here. He was supposed to pop through, but I guess he has to work tomorrow. But
yes, I also like to point out, Distant Light, that is true. Historically, France is the most militarily successful country on the planet.
Yeah,
I know, but they're also frogs, and they also created liberalism.
The thing is, everything about the French. They are materially successful, and they use that success to engage in absolute.
But did they win the important ones? Did they win the important ones?
Not the actually, yes, they
won
did
all
win
the important ones, and the world suffers for it.
Well, I mean, they didn't win the Franco-Prussian War, but that ended up not mattering in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that ended up not mattering. They took.
Didn't they lose Agincourt?
Back, and
wait, Calvin, what's your question?
They lost Agincourt, but they won the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the people that are isolationists, I have a question. So how would that play in terms of a nation like North Korea and Iran? I guess we don't want them to be nuclearized. Would that mean that we would interfere? We would allow them to be nuclear nations in that point?
I think every nation that is capable of being a nuclear nation should be a nuclear nation.
Wow.
I am not against other nations developing nukes. I think the reason that North Korea is doing as bad as it is because of U.S. sanctions.
This is true.
Their country. I'm a DPRK defender. So, I'll be honest. That's my worst confession here. But I
best Korea.
When I get on my feet and like
I just agree with Pax on the fact that Koreans are subhuman. They made two of like extreme dystopias.
I can't ever hate this.
Well, the thing with North Korea is that it's on a rock. There's not much arable land. I mean, they're farming all over it, and they still fucking don't have enough. And then China's also taking a shit ton. China's expanding into their borders. China's fishing up their fisheries.
Oh, no, I'm not saying North Korea is any worse than South Korea. I'm just saying like the Koreans as a people.
China are the locusts of the world. They are the human locusts of the world.
I just think that the Koreans are incapable of properly governing themselves. I mean, look at it. You give them how long has it been since Korean independence? How long has it been since Korean independence? About
And what have they done?
It's been almost 100 years now. 80 years.
In the 80 years, they've created a fucking dystopia.
On both sides of the border.
and
I do think
dystopia in the north.
Okay.
Who should control Korea then?
Is like you literally had one of history's most competent statesmen, Kim Il-sung, but unfortunately he was not immortal.
Kim Il Sung is wild. Bro was like, if you look into him, he's like some schizophrenic like ideology that he just like worked as a communist to get Soviet funding.
Duceism is the best form of communism. Here's the thing, right?
It's objectively not communist.
Plato, not Plato. I'm sorry. Machiavelli wrote that there are only two forms of government: the republic and the principality, or the kingdom, right? The monarchy, basically. And if you look into that, that is a fact. Either you are ran in a democratic republican form of government, or you are virtually a monarchy. Look at any country with a dictator, like North Korea. Like even in China, they still have elections. It may be a one-party state, but people are still elected by.
You elect within the party, and it's more diverse than you think.
Exactly.
Not like diverse, but still more diverse.
Well, I mean, look at the guy before Xi Jinping. He was like a literal like pseudo-liberal reformer.
Yeah, and then they wisened up. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, the frogman.
I mean, relatively, Kim Jong Un's a liberal reformer.
I mean, but like the guy before Xi was actually very good. If you look at his political track record, he like everywhere he went, he like literally just benefited the system.
So when I get on my feet from the year that I've had, right? There was an idea that I had way back when. Shenard, it's my stream. You can come up if you want, but no bullshit. I'm not in the mood.
I will crash out on you today, King Shenard. Do not do this.
But
do not do this.
Like one of my plans, and I talked to you about this, Monkey. You said that's an incredibly bad idea, and I wanted. There's a program called the Young Explorers Program. And it's not about young people at all. It's literally taking Westerners and through China going and visiting a tour of North Korea. And I kind of want to do that.
Oh my God.
You're going to end up like that one Marine.
If you're American, don't do it. If you can get like fake Welsh citizenship or something, do it. They won't care.
Well, no, that's
be held
the
for
thing.
ransom as an American.
Yeah, they hate Americans.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It like every American that has had some fuck, and the nationalist is saying this. A nationalist is speaking. Listen and learn. All right. Like every American that went there and has been like put into the prison camp and held hostage and done all this, they deserved it. They went in there acting like a fucking retard and doing like the one guy who like came back to the U.S. and wound up dying because he was emaciated. You know what he did? He literally ripped down a propaganda poster to bring home.
Yeah, that was retarded.
Yeah, like if you actually look into what Americans who get locked up over there do, it is the dumbest shit, and they deserve it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if that guy wanted a propaganda poster, all you have to do is ask your tour guide, and they will give you this shit for free to bring home.
But he wanted to rip one off the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, based
Like
total
honestly,
American victory.
I don't think so. Dude died of parasites.
I mean, we still razed 99% of the buildings in North Korea during the Korean War. That's all I'm going to put it. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, that's a part of the why they hate us, which is even before the war, and this is why, like, I'm not only in support of the.
We should have raised 200%.
The thing is, like, we straight
should
up
rebuild the country just to bomb it again.
Real?
basically tried to genocide them. They lost 40% of their males during the Korean War, and in like
Because they threw them out in human waves! They stuffed them into T-34s and gave them motion to gods, going up against American soldiers with fucking grand machine guns and tanks.
Explicitly because after like 52, it was only the PRC really fighting. It was explicitly because we went after the civilian populations, and even before Kim Il Sung invaded the South, which was effectively arguably a defensive move, given we were literally just doing like casual bombing runs on them in the meantime. You know?
Yeah, based. MacArthur should have been allowed to turn fucking Manchuria into a sea of radioactive cobalt.
I don't think it would have mattered, bro. We were going up against the Napoleon of guerrilla warfare in Mao. Okay?
Dude, I don't think you understand. Literally, the only reason why we pulled, like, you have not looked into the Korean War enough, and it shows, because, like, literally, we got pushed back for like the only reason we got pushed back initially is because we were so overwhelmed by the sheer amount of men the Chinese threw at us that we were forced back. And if you look at it, every single battle, it's like 5 quintillion Chinese versus like 3 squads of USGIs, and the 3 squads of USGIs kill like 5 billion of them, and then the Chinese kill like 5 guys.
It's because communism does not value human life. Kind of base, not gonna lie, and they implement human wave tactics. I'm sorry, as much as me and you agree on the North Korea question, Drew, I will not take water for the fucking communists for using human wave tactics.
Damn, it's
they need to go down the superior firepower.
No, like the Chinese like warfare doctrine in the Korean War is retarded. It was essentially, we will get local superiority. Here's the one issue, though. All the guys are armed with like rinky-dink bolt-action rifles that have been shot out, so they have no more rifling. We're using like 20 different kinds of ammo out of 20 different ammunitions from like 30 years ago, and we're just going to throw these guys at the American lines. And the only reason we were pushed back down to the 88 or to the parallel that we're at right now is because they threw so many men, and we didn't have enough machine guns to fucking gun them down.
No. Like, here's the thing: we almost lost Korea because like we had to get pushed out. We had to literally push them back from a little circular sphere of South Korea.
Yeah, the Busan pocket.
We had to do the Busan push. Right? Like we had a human wave out of Busan. All right, the human wave tactic does work. All right.
Yo, Orthodox, real quick.
Yeah.
Why do you got Bumpkin's name in your back? Wow.
Pax Americana was once my name, but I don't feel like changing the stuff that Bumpkin set up for a stream.
Yo, whose stream art is this?
Both of ours. We're
Who's
coming.
paying for it? Hold on. Who's paying for it?
What you need to understand on the
I
first
pay
level
for
is
it
being
sometimes.
patron
Sometimes Bumpkin pays for it.
Yeah, I mean,
What you need to understand
it's
on the
Bumpkin.
first level.
Looks
I keep interrupting.
Damn.
Am I right, Bumpkin? Am I right?
What did you say? Sorry, I can't hear you through the lips. What'd you say?
You know how to play options, Orthodox.
Answer the fucking question. What'd you say?
I'm saying, this is your shit, right?
It's both of our shit. Sometimes I pay, sometimes he pays, and also another StreamYard I manage as well.
Who paid the most?
Why does it matter?
We're talking about subscriptions here. Does that fucking matter?
Orthodox real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Bro, do you not share Netflix with your friends?
Holy shit.
Nah.
This is a pivot from this. Okay.
I mean, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
The number one lesson to becoming statesman pilled is realizing that fundamentally people are a number and the state is their calculator. Okay, bud?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I feel bad, man.
But also the Chinese military tactics are at least during the period of the Korean War and later, are a waste of resources objectively, because the Chinese refused to adopt fully automatic weapons. They refused to mass adopt the AK up until they got their ass handed to them by the fucking Pajeets.
Bro, I think the warning sign would have been when they. Bro, imagine, right? Imagine going into a war-torn country that has just been napalmed to hell and back, and you have the home field advantage because you're their next door neighbor, right? And you still get your ass beat.
Shit.
Look at what Vietnam did to China right after we pulled out of Vietnam, bro.
Oh, they fucking whooped their ass.
They beat the fuck out of it. You can make the argument that America won that war because of the peace treaty we signed. You can't do that with China.
No, China just got whooped.
China got its ass. But I feel bad. When y'all was talking, I had my feet up and I moved him down. I didn't realize my new puppy was right under them. I accidentally kicked him and he ran out and looked up at me and cocked his head. Why'd you kick me, bro? I was like, man, I felt bad. So I'm letting him lay on my feet as a penance.
Also, Jero, I'd just like to point out the Battle of Chosin Reservoir during the Korean War is a very good litmus test of how the Chinese fought the war. 30,000 U.S. Marines stuck in a pocket around a frozen lake versus 120,000 Chinese. You know how many men the U.S. lost? Missing, like
Probably.
killed and missing. Killed were only 1,000. Missing is about 5.
No, when you say missing, when you're talking about the Chosun Reservoir, they weren't missing. They were just frozen to death.
Oh yeah, they froze to death. Right. We suffered about 10,000 men froze to death. The Chinese suffered over 20,000 just freezing to death, with another 20,000 or with another like 30,000 getting killed by U.S. soldiers.
Take like 5 years to replace that demographically. They take
No.
5 months.
No. This was like this is like right after like China got raped by the Japs.
That's true. It's after the fucking Civil War.
To be fair,
I can hear Bumpkin breathing through the mic.
To be fair,
I'm
right?
pretty far away from my mic.
Yo, are they lagging, Bumpkin?
No.
Lagging.
I swear to God, bro. Shinar, I just don't have the patience for you today. I don't know, man.
I'm trying to see if it's my shit, bro.
No.
It's your shit. You gotta get off your McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Hold on. The Orthodox, was he just lagging real quick?
No, you were lagging. When you said, "Are you lagging?" you literally lagged as you said, "Are you?"
You're the only one I hear clearly, bro. I can hear you breathing through the mic as they're lagging. It must be.
I swear to God, bro.
It's you, Bubba. I'm gonna play this North Korean music video.
Oh Lord.
Oh, North Korean K-pop unironically goes like not as bad. Like gives you perfect 2000s pop slot vibes. Like
Brother, the North
K-pop is
Korean
bad,
flag.
but
The North Korean flag is one of my favorite flags. I'm not
North
gonna lie.
Korea's flag is like the only good example of leftist vexillology. Every other fucking leftist regime flag fucking sucks, bro. I'll be honest.
What's crazy, King Shenard?
How's all this shit benefiting y'all in your lives?
Hey, Shenard, guess what? People can have opinions on things that don't genuinely, or they don't have to genuinely deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Like, how's this gonna uplift you, bro?
Oh, you're gonna uplift me?
I'm saying, how is this shit gonna uplift you?
Okay.
I don't know, Shenard. It's fucking 11 at night.
Shenard,
And we're fucking having fun.
You know how? Let me be real. Do you know how it uplifts me? I have gone through hell the past year, and then this past few months, in the beginning of this year. And you know how it benefits me? I talk to my friends. I talk to people I like. I host a show. Whether it's one person watching or 100 people watching, I get to have fun. I get to, when it's my show, I don't have to be a pit bull. I can actually be respectful and kind, and I don't have to play a character. I can listen to other opinions and not be in an echo chamber and not be miserable. So, like, I enjoy it. It's fun for me. I like talking.
Bro, I heard some shit, man. You know, like, it kind of seemed like you was, you know what I'm talking about, right? I heard some shit, so whatever you just said, it make no sense, man. And that's really why I'm here. I want to try to help you out. Willing to listen. So if you know how to play options, bro, I got you with a good play.
Okay.
Change your life.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm trying to help that the other fat ass, right? But he, didn't really
Jesus
listen.
Christ.
I'm sorry.
I'm here to help.
I'm sorry. Like I said, bro, you gotta open your lips more. I can't fucking hear you. What was that?
Hold up. Someone changed their PFP to like the pirate version of the clan.
You gotta listen, bro. Listen.
Mm-hmm. I'm rocking with you. Homie.
I'm talking to Ortho.
Okay.
Are you listening, bro? I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Do you want to get out of your situation?
I'm in a pretty decent situation.
You're not, bro. You're not. Stop lying. Bro, stop lying, bro. Don't lie on me.
All right, do you guys like my new PFP? You guys like it? You guys like it? I changed it. Oh, you kicked out the black guy right when I switched over to the Black Legion PFP. Come on, man.
I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with it today.
Quite sad.
I was gonna say, why haven't you kicked him yet?
Should have let me troll him more, man.
All right, I'm gonna go back to like the OG PFP I've been rocking. Let me just delete this because I'm like too active.
You can't believe all the things you hear on the internet. That's all I'm gonna say. But let's get back to this. This is funny.
교동강 새 시대를 열었다 천리만리 기상을 온 세상에 떨치다 옥소가자 빨리 가자 천리만 타고서 지리는 뒤를 앞당겨 나가자 이야차 공산주의 세운 거기 저기 보인다 이야차 공산주의 세운 거기 저기 보인다
Chink slop.
Bro, North Korea, best Korea.
You know, let's go together.
You wanna go for real?
Let's go. Let's do this shit. Let's rock it.
Alright, bet.
You guys are gonna get raped.
By our own government, mate. When we get back.
Oh, that's for sure gonna happen.
Think about it. I'm gonna talk to you boys. Unironically, Bumpkin, this is something I legitimately want to do.
수십년을 하루 달리어 나간다 군사과 중사의 불길을 높여라 어서 가자 빨리 가자 천리만 타고서 구석만 내린 곳
I think we should have dropped 20,000 more tons of napalm on them.
We didn't have napalm yet, I think.
We did. We dropped napalm at Chosin Reservoir.
Wait, to be fair, it was cold as fuck.
Nah.
Oh, bro, 20,000 Chinamen froze to death, and I think it was like 500 Americans froze to death.
Also, the first bless you. But the first use of napalm was during the Sicily campaign. Sicily campaign.
We dropped napalm on the Italians?
Yeah, that was the first use of it. Was in Sicily when we invaded Italy.
I didn't even know that, bro.
Well, it was mostly used in like flamethrowers. It wasn't really used in like bombs. Most of the napalm bombing was in the Pacific.
Okay, I kind of say that, but like we kind of fucked up Sicily ourselves because Mussolini destroyed the mafia there in like 4 years, and we funded them and reinvigorated their presence in our attempt to invade them and get intelligence for the region.
Yeah, okay, who gives a shit? They're a foreign nation.
What's it called?
Damn, Huss has
The
become
North-South divide just via the invasion of
nationalist,
Sicily
bro.
and the invasion of Italy.
Yes, America is God's true. Well, actually, not considering God is punishing our nation righteously so. But America is, God's chosen land. It is just it's just infested with like evil, disgusting people.
Unironically.
No.
Let's go, bro. American supremacy. Let's go. I'm for it. Let's run this shit.
Yeah. Anyways, how have you been, Bumpkin? I think it's been like how many years since I last talked to you? Like 2?
Probably,
It's been
bro.
2 years since you two last talked?
Probably. Yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
Bumpkin. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm no longer a wagey. I escaped wakedom.
Do you still work?
Yeah, I still got a job, but I'm not like in a fucking like dead end wagey job. I work blue collar.
Blue collar, let's go. That means you got to wake up in 4 hours and get
Every
Yes,
other
exactly.
day, I gotta fucking see you post some shit about it's late. It's time to have an Aryan white monster.
That's right, bitch ass. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. I don't even notice it. I just post for White Monster Wednesdays, okay?
Normal people. Oh, I got 5 hours of sleep. I'm so tired today. Fucking blue collar workers working off of 2 hours of sleep and enough fucking Red Bulls to kill a horse. Getting out of their truck at 5 a.m.
My company, right? So we got this thing. It's like some other company does it, but they have like a bunch of like different energy drinks in that bitch. They're like $1 over like what a 7-Eleven costs, but like fuck it. When you're like going through the day and you're starting to crash, you just pop in the break room, put in that $5, and you can get a white Monster like that.
Oh, dude, they are capitalizing off of that shit.
Oh, for sure.
They might as well.
Department store.
Oh, you know the best part? You know the best part? The best part is they started watering down the coffee too.
Oh my god.
Go to your fucking department store and get yourself a good deal on like a giant case of Monster, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, I quit smoking also, so that also kind of helps.
Quit smoking cigarettes?
No,
it was too expensive. I was at like half a pack a day, dog. It was too expensive.
Yeah, if you have the brands near you, get on nicotine pouches.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I haven't had nicotine since
this summer.
I haven't had any nicotine since the start of Lent.
You know, when I tell my sergeant that I'm going to go visit North Korea, he's gonna say you're fucking retarded and you're gonna die. But have fun.
Bro, I'm telling you, we should. If you're serious, we should. Go.
This is.
I'll do it. I'll go anywhere, bro.
All right.
Will you go to South Sudan?
I'm like the CEO of DEI sometimes, you know.
Will you go to South Sudan, Bumpkin?
South Sudan, sure, bro.
Go best.
Sure, I'll go. I mean, I want to just off a whim just build a boat and sail through the Northwest Passage up to the UK.
That would go hard. Sadly, I am a wage slave. Although
you're not a wage slave.
Well, I mean, I'm still working for a wage, so technically I'm a wage. There's a difference. I'm a wage slave, not a wagee. There's a difference.
There is a difference. I slave for a wage. This is true. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if do you count CO as blue collar? I don't know.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. It's not like the traditional kind, but it's
same
right. Idea.
Right, you mix concrete, I cheese great people's faces against the wall. You know what I mean? It's just like
actually my job for the last like month has been you see 100 like 60 to 100 pound tube, you pick that up and you move it around all day.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty fucking big out of that. It's like a fucking workout. Oh yeah, it's funny because I got asked to work at my old job yesterday. So I was like, all right, extra cash. And the first thing they saw is like, holy shit, you slimmed down like a motherfucker. It's like, yeah. I've been like moving tube. So now I'm just like, I'm trying to become a welder right now. So I'm kind of like at this crossroads of doing a union apprenticeship or paying for welding school. Because like you can only practice so much at work.
Mm-hmm. That's
right. I know, dude. When I was throwing logs to the lumber mill, bro, I was getting ripped, bro. Like 200
into it.
No, that's fucking 15 hours away from me now, bro.
Oh, all right, you move. That's right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, no. I fled the state of Washington to the great state of North Dakota, where it snows 7 months out of the year, and you got a bunch of fucking Scandinavians. What is it with Scandinavians and moving where it's fucking cold? Like what? Like
blood memory.
It has to be blood memory, bro.
Oh,
like
Bumpkin, weren't you on Be Brave stream earlier today?
Yes, I was. I threw an olive branch and he accepted it, and we had a good conversation.
Based. What happened today?
There's a crash out.
Yeah, there's a crash out because Stanley decided that he was going to be a bitch and didn't like the fact that Be Brave, typically a pro-white person, was talking shit on the black community and Be Brave was using Stanley's content to do it. Stanley was a bitch and was like, all right, I'm just going to strike your channel then for using my content. And that's
okay.
He's being a faggot. Oh, sorry, language. But he's being a fucking, yeah.
Oh, I don't care. I'll use whatever kind of language. I won't use very, very bad language, but I'll use mean language.
So, and that's what Be Brave crashed out about, because it is bitch behavior to do that.
You see, some people just need to be killed.
Jesus Christ.
And also, Stanley was being very manic because people found out that he's very pro-black, but his son, right, which is over the age of 18, decided to get together / marry an Asian chick.
Uncle Bunny Heaven.
Guys with Asian wives.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I unironically think we should legalize dueling across all 50 states.
That'd be so based. There'd be so many problems solved.
So well.
No, ironically, I am 100% serious about this. Ban political debate. In exchange, you have to battle to the death.
I would say no. I say leave political debate, but have the option to duel, right? Because at the end of the day, okay, might makes right. All right, just if I win a duel, I'm sorry, bro. You're fucking. Your opinions don't matter, okay?
Might make right is kind of it's objectively not true, but it is true at the same time. It's true in the worldly sense, and that is kind of about it. So yeah,
right. But just duel me, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, no, people don't want to duel. People don't want to duel. It's people are too afraid,
I think if you can't back up your beliefs with violence, then do you really hold them? It's like when
you don't have to back them up with violence. You just got to be willing to be punched in the face.
It's like when the Romans came to arrest Christ, and the first thing Paul does is cut the guy's ear off. It's like, yeah, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do right there. That's that kind of energy I expect out of someone when someone goes really hard into belief systems. If you're a real fanatic about your politics, you should be willing to do some shit like that. Now, I'm not saying to do some terror. I'm not saying become a terrorist. I'm just saying if someone challenges you as a man over your beliefs in a violent fashion, you should be able to back it up with also violence.
I mean, not laws. You have that in any. You have that in any dissident politics. Stop.
Yeah, that's all dissident politics. That is, if you've been look, I have friends who are anarchists, and they're all abused and neglected. It's just how it goes for people in that end up finding themselves on weird extremes of shit, be it politics or social issues or whatever the fuck. You usually have some kind of problem with you.
Not 9 times out of 10. Most of y'all know me from other people's show. That's why I asked you if how's this shit benefiting you.
It's funny.
It's funny, yeah. It's funny.
I forgot how funny this shit. A lot of that shit is when you don't take it seriously and you just say outlandish shit.
Welcome back, Shinar. Did you get a new position in McDonald's for better Wi-Fi?
Oh, Shinar's back. I'm gonna put the Black Legion PFP back on. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be right back.
Yo, what's wrong with your mic, bro? You got you in the bathroom or something, or what mic do you have? You using a whole laptop? What's wrong with your mic, bro?
No, what's wrong with your mic? Motherfucker sound like a robot. Beep, beep, boop, boop, Bro asking what's wrong with the mic. He's going boop boop beep beep. Come on, dog.
Not laws. Most of the people that you're saying are fascists hate Ayn Rand.
Yeah, Ayn Rand should have unironically been put in a work camp.
Mic check.
What's up, Shania? Yeah, we're good.
Yo, what's wrong with your mic, bro? Why does it sound like that?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Ayn Rand is burning in hell
Me?
right now.
My mic is fine. I think you just have some problems.
This shit is trash, man. Every time you talk,
he's doing it again. He's going beep beep boop 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 beep beep. Bro, coping and shit, man. I can literally hear my mic through somebody else's mic, and it sounds fine.
Bro, you can't afford it. You can't. How old is your laptop? Or can you afford a mic?
How old is my laptop, bro? I'm on a fucking $1,000 computer, bro. I built myself when I was still in high school.
You got an Obama phone?
You just say like Obama phone? What the fuck? This guy keeps cutting out. Like, can we please, guys? Can we please crowd from this guy like Spectrum Plus? Can we crowd from this guy Spectrum
What's wrong
Plus?
with your mic, bro?
My mic is fine, dog.
Shenard. So if you'll notice, the Obama phone lines and all that doesn't really hit over here because we're not on black YouTube. So you're gonna have to come up with more intelligent insults. I know it might be difficult for you.
So I have a question. What slurs does YouTube watch out for? I don't want to get your shit banned, but I also want to call this guy a slur.
All of them.
Even when I made up myself.
They don't. The AI doesn't like the
Did he just
arguments. Yeah, 'cause I didn't kick him. He wanted me to look him up on Discord. I was gonna.
Would that work?
You know what?
Would that work? Look in the back chat. Would that work? You think that would fly?
Yeah, that would not fly.
Oh,
I got in trouble on someone else's stream for saying that.
oh, you didn't get my shit. You stealing my words. I came up with that one.
Bumpkin steals my. No, you didn't. That shit's older than you are.
No, I
North
never.
American Pavement Ape is older.
I don't know. Like, well, he said it. You said it.
It's my show. I can say what I want. If I get my own shit, man, that's different.
But yeah, to answer the monkey's argument, I have I bought like a fucking like $40 mic. Not even 40. It's like a $30 mic. Yeah, it's a $30 mic because it's good enough, and I'm not spending more than that on a fucking microphone. Especially when I'm doing anything professionally with it.
I had an idea since we got to prove everything now.
All right, mic check.
We can hear you, Shenard. I was gonna take Shenard up on his offer, and do some of his options and puts, and then tell everybody how it goes.
Yeah, why not? Why don't you try?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, post your Discord name in the background, and I'll look you up because I don't
really trust any of these clowns, man.
Oh, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna add you on Discord. Oh no!
Let me send you a meme. Complete sidetrack of like your long lost twin.
But Bumpkin, what was that shit that you said before? I couldn't even hear you. You said some shit. This is not black YouTube. What did you say?
I said this is not black YouTube. The Obama phone comments do not slap. They do not hit.
Okay. Yeah, you in the white boy space now, buddy.
You said something else.
You in Crackaville.
Yeah, but bro, what is wrong with you? I'm just curious, bro. Like, why do you sound like that?
I sound like I bought a mic, bro. I have a microphone. It's an iFine. This is an iFine. What's the fucking like? Hold up.
This is the meme. This is the meme that Dro sent me earlier. This is
the early 2000s,
about the
bro.
hegemons.
Yeah, I got the fucking like basic ass iFine USB mic that costs like $30 because I don't give a shit. I'm not doing this professionally.
Are you in a trailer park?
Wait, time out.
No, I'm in a house, which I get it. You're from the projects. You be living in that Section 8 shit. Like, I know you be on the street corner, but like, it's okay, man. I get it. It's okay. You ain't never seen no white boy.
Is that a dollar store mic, bro?
No, it's $30. I get you never held more than like $5 in your life, but like, you're all right.
Did you buy that shit like 10 years ago or some shit, or 15 years ago? How old are you?
4 years ago. I bought this fucking shit 4 years ago. That ain't none of your business.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. And I'm on a like.
Look, let me put it this way: I'm old enough to own a Glock 17 Gen 4 with a TLR-7A.
Man, that's just your dreaming.
I got the blicky. I got them blickies. As you guys call them.
Respect the Glock 17. Respect.
Why are you showing that on his stream, bro?
It won't get it banned.
You know, like, why you gotta even flex like that? Like, I don't get this shit.
Do you own one?
Why do you gotta show people that?
Do you own one?
Are you that?
Do you own one?
Hold up. Let me put some clothes on.
Why would I tell you that?
Yeah, do you own one?
I'm asking you, why would I tell you that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you don't. Got you.
No, why would I tell you that?
Well, why not?
I think you're smart,
unless you have it illegally.
Not smart, bro.
Shinar, do you currently have expired tabs in your car?
Why would you show that?
Do you currently have expired tabs in
He's
your car?
white and it's legal and it's a registered gun.
It's
Check your
DMs.
No, I'm saying, are you that scared? Like, you gotta like, because you've done that plenty of times, bro. I've seen you do that plenty of times.
All right, is this your work? Yeah. That's what, motherfucker.
Oh, that's a trailer park.
Oh, it's a trailer park, bro. You see that? It's a fucking house, bro. This is a fucking house. You dumb gorilla monkey, bro. Get your Section 8 ass the fuck out of here.
Double wide, bro. You on a double wide? I see that shit.
Why you got the Mexican piss filter still?
It's the fucking camera. The camera was like $20. I bought it for COVID.
No. I'm not ragging on you. You're just fucking Russia. You're
Does he have a
Russo
blender in his room, bro?
You are Russo maxing right now.
Is that a
Sir.
blender? Is that a blender in your room or a coffee maker or some shit?
What the fuck are you talking about? You dumb.
Onto your
I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about.
you got a coffee maker in your room?
Bro, you better hush. I'm gonna blast your ass. I'm gonna blast your ass.
Very little.
You know how it goes.
Is that a Mauser? Oh my god,
Fucking C96. C96. This thing's fucking badass.
bro did not pull out the Mauser.
Hold up. Let me cover up the SWAT. Let me cover up the Reichseagle. Hold up. I'm pulling out the fucking ground room SA dagger.
Bro, look at your room, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's a mess. I don't give a fuck, dude. I barely live here.
Yo, you live in that. You have your kitchen in that room, don't you?
What are you talking about? Are you blind? Like, not everyone lives in Section 8 housing. You know what's cool about this, though?
Camera, bro.
You know what's cool about this? This is the U.S. military. It's the U.S. military. Old pilot gun for Vietnam.
Okay.
Badass.
Okay, so now show your room. Show your room.
Yeah, it's a fucking mess, dog. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'll show it.
Just show it,
Bro,
bro.
just unzips
Oh, hold up.
to VC.
Damn. It's a fucking mess.
That's a double wide. That's not no house, bro.
Are you fucking retarded, you dumb African ape? There you go. There's the door.
That's not no house, bro.
You're high.
I get it, bro. Dude, I get it. You lived in like a Section 8 apartment. I get you lived in a Section 8 apartment in your entire life.
You didn't
You
show
fucking-
shit, bro. Yo,
I'm
you
sorry.
didn't show nothing.
I don't give a fuck, dog. I don't give a fuck. I know I live in a house.
Not law says that you look exactly how
You live in a shared house. You got roommates.
Yo, should we pivot back
Or
to the
shit.
pivotal discussion
a
or
shared
the
double
political
wide or some
discussion? The
Yeah,
Calvin
actually, let's do that because Calvin has a question. Trump, the third term was trending. I'm curious what everyone's thought.
I think it ain't gonna happen.
Are you still on panel, or are you back in Chatlandia?
Who?
Calvin was up there.
Say it again.
Okay,
I'm here.
I didn't know
I'm here.
if you were still here. Do you want to ask your question to the panel?
Yeah. I was just.
You're being
Yeah. Okay, well, come on. Pull up. Turn on your camera. Show it.
Please, for the love of God. Please, for the love of God. Please, show me the buff please, for the love of God, show me the buff leftist. I will fucking silence myself, alright?
Like, I'm not even buff. I'll be admitted to it. I'm like one of the weakest guys at work. I can lift like 115, like easy, no problem. But anything other than that is when I start getting issues. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna pretend I'm super strong or anything, but like, come on, man. You gonna talk shit on the internet? You like gonna post up? Hold up.
Yo, are you on drugs, bro?
No, I've had a little bit to drink. That was like hours ago.
Yeah, you didn't
No,
have-
not
you
laws,
didn't have
just
to do
get-
all this. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, why'd you cam up in the first place? Why are you showing off this shit?
Because I wanted to flex that I own a C96. I'm gonna be completely honest.
You all right, bro? Good.
Yeah, I'm fine. I know the retards on here would appreciate that, and I like flexing autistic shit like this because it's like I am in a community of retards in real life and online, and I like showing shit that they would appreciate.
Yo, what kind of headphones are those? What kind of
You
headphones?
know, these Sennheiser HD 650s. Yeah, HD 650s.
They had like a purple version of that, right? With the purple. I know that shit is old, bro.
No, you don't know this shit. That's out your fucking price range. You couldn't afford this shit.
But the mic that you're using, what mic are you using?
It's a fucking like random no name Firefine mic, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Let me see it. But it's on your neck, right?
No, what are you talking about? It's right fucking here. It's right here. No, it's right here, you dumb blind gorilla.
That's crazy, bro. That's just $30 mic.
Yeah, it's a $30 mic. Like, dude, I'm not doing this professionally. Why would I pay more than $30 if I'm not gonna do this shit professionally?
Bro, look at your living situation, bro. Look at how you're living. What is that? Yo, take the camera. Let me see that shit in the back. To you.
I already showed it. What in the back? Like over here?
No. Move to the left.
Yeah, all my clothes on my dresser. Yeah, dude, I barely fucking live here.
Yo, move the camera that way. I know you turned to the other one. Let me see that. Just turn a little bit.
What are you talking about? Like
Turn
the left, the shit over there?
Looks like a coffee maker. What is that?
Hold up. I think I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, show us, bro.
This is my rape helmet.
Yo, so do you live with your parents? You live with your
No
parents?
way! You put the headphones on. Shut the fuck up.
It works. It works.
It works.
No, look at the
It
camera.
does. I can hear you perfectly fine.
Look at the camera.
Yo,
Look directly at the
Yeah,
camera.
sound goes through metal.
Do you live with your parents?
Wait, hold on. I only got the one where you was do that again with the pistola. Hold on. Keep it, let's go. Alright, there we go.
This is the stream of all time now, God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you live with your parents? Bro?
Yes, and I'm not fucking ashamed to admit that the economy is ass.
Well,
Well, he also makes a shit ton of money because he's a tradesman.
I don't make a shit ton of money yet. Give me like 4 years and I will, though.
Yo, you can't be are you in your 20s, bro? Acting like living like this?
Yeah, I'm in my fucking 20s. The fuck did you think?
Are you in your 20s living like this, man?
This is sound.
You 20s, bro.
Yo, did you go?
No, we get it. He was around when the dinosaurs were still on the earth, so like a house was 5 cents. But that ain't the case no more, old man.
Did you graduate from high school?
Leave the Mongolian Irishman alone, okay?
Did you graduate from high school, bro?
Yes, I fucking graduated. How the fuck do you think I'm a child, bro?
Did you go to college?
No. The only shit I go to, because the shit I would go to college for isn't worth going for. Most of the people that get that degree don't make fucking shit off it. So I'm going to go into the trades.
Shambles, bro. That's why you got a lot of hate in your heart. Your life is in
No,
shambles.
I'm just shitposting online. I'm just shitposting. This is fun. This isn't hateful.
Bro, why don't you get your life together, bro?
My life is actually doing pretty well right now. I'm saving a decent amount of money. I'm getting ready to move out and be able to get my own place. I'm actually pushing forward in my career.
Everybody on the internet question and
I don't know. Like, I'm actually in a really good place right now because I'm like very much at a crossroads that decides my career, and I have 2 very good options I have the choice between that I can do. I'm saving up money to move out so I can have my own space. I'm about to get a new vehicle and like be out of my fucking shitbox car. Like, shit's fucking good right now, dude. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just having fun on a fucking Sunday night. Like, shit is good. It hasn't been this good in a long fucking time.
It's sad, man.
How is that sad?
Hey, okay, but what year is your car, bro? What year is your car?
You said, what year is my car?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still don't get how is that sad?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing all right for myself. I'm a young man. I mean, shit.
Yo, broken. Last time I did that, you already know what happened, right? So.
Yeah, you doxed yourself.
No, I didn't dox myself, bro. Don't say
Well,
that.
no, I mean, I'm
Stop
just
saying I
saying.
doxed myself.
How is that sad? Like everybody I know, myself included, is doing pretty all right.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You came back to me like 2 years ago. I wasn't in a very good place, but now I'm doing pretty all right, all things considered.
Yeah, you
Bro,
worked
you're
through
living
it.
with your parents, bro. You're doing bad.
Dude, most people are right now. It's expensive, dude. Where I live, if I don't want to live around your kind, I have to pay. Well, even living around your kind, I have to pay $1,000 minimum monthly just for rent.
You live in Lidar, Texas.
Where?
That's what it's called, right? Lidar, whatever it's called. That's sundown town.
I don't live in a sundown town. What? You
from Texas?
Yeah. What do you think that is?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Show it again.
Yeah.
He got that Tejas pride.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you transitioning or some shit?
What?
You like
bro? Head, whatever the fuck your name is. Transition to your pronouns would be
what's Kim Kardashian? The Kardashian.
Yeah, I got like long. I got some long hair. I don't really care. I like it.
Are you in the process of that?
What are you? Bro, come on. You gotta come up with some better shit, bro. This isn't even funny. This is kind of lame.
Kennard is balding. He's just coping. He's seeing.
Oh, no, he's balding! It makes sense now. Bo is balding. It makes sense. Bro has no hair, so he's coping about it. Like, yeah, I got hair down to my
I've
shoulders.
known you for a good while, Husk.
Bro,
if
you
you
got
ended
on
up
the dress,
transition,
bro.
the
Why you got
United
on the
States
dress
would have a
like that?
civil war tomorrow. The
Why
West.
you got-
Well, if I end up transitioning, this is going through my skull because that is like
I mean,
horrible.
the likelihood of that happening either way.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But like, I mean, if I did transition, it's a 50-50 chance.
But no, Calvin had a decent political question earlier. Calvin, if you feel like getting back on that for a little bit.
Yeah, so there was a article just saw, and I can't find it. It says Trump. I think it says Trump legitimately is looking to run into third term, as well as Steve Bannon has also made the same statement on Cuomo. So I'm just curious to what you guys think about this situation and about that, and also Trump being very much. What are your thoughts about Trump being
If there's anyone I wanted to have like another term, it's FDR getting term 5. Okay, buddy.
Yo,
He wants
before I
FDR
bounce,
to
real
have
quick.
term
Just
5.
real quick before I bounce. Yo, Orthodox, just look for it, bro. You know, ask that the other one. Just ask him. He'll tell you. All right.
All
You
right.
got to do it quick because time is money. You got to get everything set up. I don't know if you know if you even have a brokerage account. I don't know.
No,
if
dude,
you're aware.
I did I did the stock exchange of TD Ameritrade.
Okay, all right. So you're good.
Before.
All right. So just
Yeah.
figure it out. I'm trying to see how serious you are. All right. You got to just. You'll be good, man. Trust me. You'll be good.
All right, no, I mean, I'll let everyone know how it goes. I'll do this little adventure with you. I got you.
I gotta go to class tomorrow, so I'm gonna head off for now. Enjoy the stream, y'all. Thanks for coming on the panel.
Peace, Joe.
Yeah, it was nice chatting with y'all, and it was nice having this fucking shit.
If you want to stick around for a little bit, because I'm about to end it at like 2:30, 2:45, because we're going off for almost 2.5 hours.
If I can't sleep, I'll come back on.
Okay.
Then
I'll hit you up after the stream if you're not sleeping.
Yeah, I'll be right back in that case. 2.5 minutes. It was fun.
But no, so my thing is, right, I think the presidency should have a one term of 10 years, and there should be an ability for the people to have a vote of no confidence to remove the president. I think that's necessary because a president really can't lead the nation for 4 years, even with 2 terms. I think there should be term limits for Congress, a 2-term term limit for Congress, and the term debate really doesn't do anything for me because as far as the president goes, he's limited in his ability to be powerful and be a ruler of the country, quote unquote. So I personally don't care about the term limit question. Not that you asked, but the question in general, the debate in general.
So your first statement was, how did you explain it? You said 1 term
of 10 years. I think the president should be in power for 10 years.
10 years. Interesting. Okay, then you said after that, he should be voted out, or
well, no, within that 10-year time frame, even if it's only been 6 months, right? And he's not popular, he's not doing a good job. There should be a way for the people to have a national referendum to remove him and trigger new elections for the president.
Okay, interesting. Okay, but being that it is our rule right now, as it stands, or was the understanding, 2 term for any president. Trump is no. Go ahead. Someone's about to say something.
Well, that hasn't really been the case in the U.S.
That's only been the case after FDR.
I believe it's codified in law now, but it's something that can be undone. But as it stands now, I would not be against Trump. I wouldn't have been against Obama. I wouldn't have been against even Bush trying for a 3rd term and trying to get that amendment repealed. I believe it's a constitutional amendment.
I think it is a constitutional amendment because after FDR's 4th term, I think they did that.
Okay, why are we trying? Why are you guys okay with someone all of a sudden changing the rules? I guess
because I'm a
they always change the rules.
Yeah, I'm a constitutionalist. And the point of the amendments is to give the people the power to change the Constitution as they see fit to to better govern themselves.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's the 22nd Amendment. Dude, if you remember any of our arguments, I've never been against people changing the rules as long as they're transparent with it and why they want to do so. It's when they're hypocrites about it to the other side that piss me off.
Okay. I haven't looked at what the legal ramifications that they're talking about. I haven't delved into depth, but you said it has to do with the current laws and taking that and the people voting and changing the law is what I'm understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So the people would have to vote to change the law for that to happen.
What? I think you're mixing up two different things.
There's two ways for a constitutional amendment to be passed, right? You have a convention of states is the second method, right? Because we all know the first. It's to be voted on by Congress, right? And to be adopted. Well, if I believe it's 51% of states adopt the same type of law or the same law, they can then have a constitution of states and then vote for that law to be adopted federally. So, like, that's how amendments work. Like, amendments can be added or removed.
Understood.
Like, on Black YouTube, we had this argument a week or so ago. Bumpkin, was it? Because there was a gentleman that was arguing how the president can rule, or how the president can choose what the president's powers regarding executive orders are, and if they're the law of the land. And until Congress or the Supreme Court shuts them down, they are the law of the land, and they have to be followed as if they were a constitutional amendment. Now, the thing about it is, if Trump wanted to write an executive order to circumvent the 22nd Amendment, that is within his right as president. It is also within the right of Congress to impeach him for that. It is also within the right to the Supreme Court for them to immediately shut it down and rule it unconstitutional, because that's the balance of power that we have with our system. And people get focused on who Trump is instead of the actual
law.
Yeah, well, not the law. Instead of the actual powers of the president. You don't have to agree with the person, but it is his right as president to do so.
See, and I guess for a lot of us, this is like news. We've always understood and acknowledged that this is the rule: 2 terms as president, and you move along. We get this one person who now doesn't seem like he wants to relinquish power, and I guess to me that's very concerning for him.
Well, my question to you is, who's we? Because anybody born before the date I just posted in chat, and I posted the back chat, that would have not been the norm. My great grandmother, who I knew for most of my life, because she died halfway through what my current age is.
Mm-hmm.
She was born well before that date, and a lot of older people I know were born well before that date. So, to them, just 3 generations ago, that wouldn't have been
But see,
wild.
Yeah. So this is what we drift off into the.
Wait, hold on, because the thing is, in this date right here was a few years before my grandmother was born, right?
Okay.
And I'll post it in the back chat. That was when it was actually ratified and put into law.
Okay.
So this is something that has only been the case for 50 or so years. Or 60 years.
Wait a minute, got to be more than 60, right?
Well, I'm give or take. Yeah, it'll be 70. My bad.
Okay, so 70 divided by 4 is what?
I'm not gonna do math right now. I've been high.
No problem. But that's a long time. That's a lot of presidency.
Yeah, About
Go
3
ahead.
generations.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, to us, this is all we've known as people of our age group. This is all we've known. We've been born into this, and this is our normal for us. For Trump or anyone to suggest something, I think it just speaks volume as to who Trump is as an individual. And when you compound that with some of the stuff that he's doing as president, you mentioned something about, a balance of law, judicial, legislative, Congress, things of that nature. And a lot of that's really being contested in a large degree in terms of the stuff that he's doing, pushing, when you look at what he's doing in terms of like handling of the Venezuelan situation, even the people who protested in terms of Hamas and things of that nature. So I guess that uh, when I hear authoritarian, it really, well, when they use the word authoritarian, when it comes to him, it really kind of seems like he's living up to that claim.
What's wrong with authoritarian?
I don't think anyone wants authoritarian or someone who's going to.
I would say I would speak very lightly of that because I'm someone that would
Okay.
prefer an authoritarian republic over a democratic one.
So it was 74 years ago, divided by 4 would be 18. 18 terms for president.
So I, okay.
So and since most presidents are 2-termers, that would be 9 presidents. Only 9 presidents in, hold on,
70 something years, almost a century. That rule has been in effect. So I guess I don't know why. Uh,
Okay, but how many years was that rule not in effect, and then they changed it that single day? Your argument, it doesn't really matter, though.
Well, see,
It's just how you feel about it.
no, not how I feel about it.
Let's not dogpile. Let him.
It's
finish
not
what he's saying.
it's not so much how I feel about it. It's the way that things has been. It has been the established norm for 70 something years, and here we get this one person who's trying to change the norm so he could be in power for another 4 years.
Well,
Whenever
Trump talks about it,
go about his business. Do your second term and go from the stage. Disappear.
Now, here's my thing, right? Would you have this same opinion about, let's say, Obama, or if the roles were reversed with a liberal? Like, would you have the same exact opinion? 'Cause
Yes.
I don't think. No, I don't think. I
think Calvin. I think Calvin would. I'm going to be honest. I think.
I just don't.
Here's the thing.
We vote people in the Congress who then vote to amend the Constitution so we can have a third term. Why? What are you gonna do about it though? The people have then voted for it.
Well, that's the thing. If the people are voting for our congressmen and women, because like voting is the mandate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump does have a mandate by winning the election, and if people like what he does with that mandate, and they vote and give his party and his supporters and his loyalists control the House and Senate, and they do this, they amend this amendment and allow Trump to run for a third term. That would be the will of the people.
Okay.
Like, wouldn't you support that?
If that's the will of people, then we'll run Obama again. We'll run.
Well, that would be fine. That would be absolutely fine.
Okay.
And if that's the will of the people to elect him again, then let him be elected again. Do we live in a republic or do we live in an oligarchy?
Well, I think you just said you wanted to live in an authoritarian.
Yes. Most.
Do you not understand the argument we're making here, though?
One at a time.
Sorry, most republics throughout history have been authoritarian.
Arguably, America is as well in this current state.
In fact, hold on. If you look up the traditional meaning of a republic, or the way a republic was governed, or way a republic is, it is a highly if you look at the Roman Republic, arguably the first republic, it is a militant, state capitalist system of government.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. A republic does 2 things. It allows free enterprise and exchange, but it also has government-owned businesses that support the needs of the government and the republic. When a republic fields the military, it owns its own farms and weapons manufacturers to provide for its military. That is the essence of a republic. There has been no republic in human history that hasn't done that.
I'd also like to point out, if the Constitution remained unchanged from the start, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be allowed to vote because I don't own property.
I wouldn't be allowed to vote because I don't own property.
I'd be allowed to vote because I own property.
Yeah, the only one here that might be able to be allowed to vote is Orthodox. That's it.
Same.
I don't own property. If you're
I
talking
don't
about
either.
actual land, we're talking about actual land.
Yeah, talking about land. We're talking about
Yeah.
land.
Mhm.
Which was
I
the
knew
requirement.
that. I knew that, but I just wanted to clarify for everyone that's watching.
You had to either own your own home or be a military veteran to vote in traditional
Yeah.
America.
That's what it used to be.
Authoritarian is evolutionary backwash. Not laws is the worst armchair leftist I've ever encountered, bro. He never comes up on stream. He always just talks from the fucking side chat.
Hey,
What did he
Well,
say?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is this: authoritarianism, all this shit ain't gonna matter when the second coming happens and we're all in. Well,
He's the ultimate
hopefully-
authoritarian.
Hopefully, all of us are in the new heaven and the new earth. I pray that everybody here and everyone on this planet will be brought in.
I'd like to say I'm making it in there, but I think there's going to be a comically large trapdoor for me.
Oh, it's gonna be a little more than comic large.
No,
Yes, that
they'll
was a
spend a
self-hat
couple
joke.
tens of thousands of years in purgatory.
They didn't really have mortgages back then, Nick, but I'd probably assume it would be paid off.
Yeah.
No, usury was not allowed in the.
Also, yeah, usury was also illegal.
Yeah, because it was a primarily Christian nation. But anyway, every time I say that, everyone gets in a hoopla about it. No, it was secular. Then why'd they ban usury?
I mean, it was
Also,
secular.
why did the government go to war with the Mormons?
Well, it was secular. It was secular in the sense that you were free to practice whichever version of Christianity you wanted. That's what gets lost on people. It was only in the 1900s, the 20s, and the 30s specifically, all the way up to the 80s that it became an actual secular state that people.
Well, it's because they took the letter of the law, not the spirit of it.
Well, it's crazy how much stuff from our past is misinterpreted.
Well, I mean, that's in fault of liberal. That's the fault of liberals, because if you look at communism and capitalism, right, they're two sides of the same coin. They all communism is extreme social liberalism. Capitalism is extreme market liberalism. That's if you look at
So true. We need to bring back the imperialist protectionist economic stance. So true.
Yes, we do actually. We need to become a true republic again, and that's honestly what Trump is doing. To be honest,
Not lost. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Yes, I'm completely fine. Honestly, cream of the crop, right? I'm completely fine. If all I was able to do is just be a CO for the rest of my life and have to sit at the bottom, but I knew my government was ran by competent people, abso-fucking-lutely I would do that. 1,000%. Absolutely I would do that.
I mean, it's nice when the trains run on time.
Yeah.
Only one ideology seems to be able to get the trains to run on time. That and Japanese people.
And Japanese people.
Well, Bumpkins, you don't have any issues. Do you have any issues with the current presidency?
Yes, I do. I don't like the shilling for a certain nation. I don't like a lot of the anti-Semitism laws that he put out. I don't like the Trump gold card on a principality level. I'm sure it's intelligent to do so because we're kind of low on cash, but I don't think a citizenship should be something that can be bought and sold.
Absolutely not.
That goes against my core principles. So there are key things I do not agree with. I think that a lot of his cabinet members are incompetent as fuck right now. Apparently,
Oh, wow. Thanks.
you know, I don't know about this, but the Secretary of Defense shouldn't be able to accidentally leak a fucking group chat about going to war with the country. What the fuck was that?
That is the response I was expecting from.
Yeah, nah, for real.
He did call it.
Also, not laws. I don't think anyone on this panel is like pro-Republican, as in the Republican Party. When they talk about republic, they mean like the governance of like a republic as a government, not the republic as a party.
I don't give a shit about Republicans. They are just as toxic and backstabbing and degenerate as the Democrats. I'm talking about hail to the Republic.
Well, the thing is, we're as close to Bernie as we are to Trump.
Yeah, unironically, I would have voted for Bernie.
I would have.
You would have voted for Bernie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Sanders.
That's the thing you guys don't understand about us.
Wait a minute.
It's annoying.
2024 Bernie?
Yes.
Yes. I would have voted for him in 2016, 2020.
Yes. Yes.
2024.
Yes.
What is explain to me what is your appeal with Bernie?
I'm
Because
a
we're
socialist.
We're socialists.
I
Yes.
happen to be a national socialist.
Okay.
I like socialistic policies. I like safety nets. I like Bernie
Investing in
Sanders.
your own people, investing in your own nation.
All I'm
The
saying
only
is
thing-
I'm trying to become a union man. I think that should say enough.
So you
Yes.
So you were in support of Obamacare.
Yes, I would say I am in support of the. Yeah, exactly. It sucks, but it's better than nothing. I'd rather have it than have nothing.
I had to get vaccines to go to school, and Obamacare paid for it. That's nice. Yes, it does not cover nearly enough as it needs to do. You need completely socialized medicine, basically.
Okay.
But I don't like Obamacare, but not because Obama did it. It's because it literally gave it was the insurance companies that wrote the law. American socialism is literally just letting corporations do your socialism, and they tax you to. They either make you pay out the ass, or they fucking fleece your government for it.
They create socialism for the rich is what they do. That's what they create. I like Obamacare on paper. To be honest with you, I like that, but in practice, we've seen how it was corrupted.
Because here's the thing, hold on. Obamacare, in theory, would have been a good thing, right? But in practice, what it did was screw you over and make you pay out the wazoo in tax fines if you didn't have health insurance, and then it allowed insurance companies to jack up the price of insurance.
Well, it didn't make you pay out the wazoo. I think it was a cap at 200 or something like that.
No, sir. I'm glad. The one thing that I like that Trump did is got rid of the mandates. That's the one thing from the first term that I absolutely enjoy and am thankful for. But I looked up Obamacare before I started working at the last job I had. It was really good insurance, and it was like $600-700 on Obamacare Marketplace to get the basic level of insurance.
Oh yeah, insurance is expensive as fuck if you don't do it through a company.
Oh, dude, impossible. Feasibly impossible.
Thanks to being an autist, I get free insurance. So,
wait a minute,
you lucky bastard.
You said Obamacare was how much? You said 600.
Yeah, it was $650.
When was this?
This was in
What year?
2022 or 2023. It's been a couple years ago.
Yeah, so according to literally just look this up. In 2025, the average monthly cost of an Obamacare plan ranges from $381 to $507, depending on the plan type, company, location, blah blah blah. So the average is $300 to $500.
Okay, so I signed up for Obamacare. Probably like 2022, 2023, and I haven't paid anything for it from the market. I went to the marketplace.
Hey, what the fuck?
I don't know how people do that, because I've never been able to do that with any type of insurance. And this is the thing. This is something.
Oh, it might be getting taken out of your check, actually.
No, well, I haven't used it because I got a job or whatever, and I went on my job's healthcare.
Oh, okay, yeah, you went on employment healthcare.
But I still have the card if I wanted to, go and whatever, I could still use it. It's still there for me if I wanted it.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing about it is like I am contrarian to people I view as being hypocritical, and that's why you and I disagree on a lot because I don't hear you talking about, even though you claim to be an independent, I don't hear you talking about the left nearly as much as you talk about Trump. But to be fair, now that Trump is in office, I expect to hear everybody complaining
Okay.
about Trump more.
Okay, hold up. My comment failed to post. I would like to point out what Not Laws just said about Canadians getting free dental and pharmacare. Not Laws, you stubbed your toe. It is time for your government mandated euthanasia. Get in the pod and get fucking shit stuck in you so you die.
Not to mention, I really hate this. Okay, let's break this down. Let's really break this down. A lot of these other countries, right, can afford their free healthcare because the majority of their defense budget is backlogged by us. We are the deciding factor. They don't have to spend that much in their military. You know why? Because America will pull up. The majority of NATO countries, America will pull up and defend.
So true. So true. Okay, that's a good one. I gotta give it to him. That's funny as hell. So true. So true, Not Laws. So real. I call Germany.
Look,
I'm totally not saying that because Germany's the most OP nation in the game or anything.
Yeah. No, you should do it. You should do. Honestly, run that shit. Do it, Germany. Not Laws. Choose your country. Let's run it. Let's run it. I would watch that. Watch that.
Blood's gonna pick France. It's over. I'm just gonna paratrooper spam on Paris and insta-cap him. I haven't played fucking Hoi 4 in 3 years
bro,
though.
how mad would you be if Not Laws beat the fuck out of you in Hoi, in an unmodded vanilla Hoi?
It depends on who I'm playing. I haven't played Hoi 4 in 3 years.
You play Germany, he plays France.
I couldn't even be mad at that if he does that. That's just my fault if he does that. Playing as literally the most powerful nation in the game, getting fucked by literally if you take Paris, France is hard coded to cap. It's hard coded to just fall apart.
I can't stop fucking Germany from having a civil war and having the German junta.
Just turn on historical AI.
I don't want to.
Also, you can go into the settings and manually pick which focus branch they go down, right?
Yeah, but then you can't have mods. Or then you can't have achievements. And I'm an achievement slut.
I never give a shit about achievements in Paradox games, to be honest.
What were you saying, Calvin? My bad. We were nerding.
No,
yeah, sorry. Autism.
So you guys are more progressive.
Yes.
In a sense.
I'm a national progressive, if you want to be honest.
So AOC is appealing to you.
I mean, she fine as hell. I
don't like.
I don't trust people in the Democratic Party. I don't trust Bernie, just like I don't trust Trump. I wouldn't trust AOC. I see them as all a bunch of sellouts.
All right, I gotta head off the stream, guys. Take it easy.
Have a good one.
This is interesting. I'm shocked.
I mean, personally, if I had my perfect government, it would be a socialistic theocracy. I'm not gonna lie.
You said socialistic theocracy? What's that?
Yeah, he's a Christian socialist.
Y'all gonna make me look up some of these terms.
Yeah, I have fallen deeply into the idea of a theocracy, a theocratic government.
This is so, I don't understand how if you like Bernie, how do you end up and I mean so much defending Trump because these people are dynamically opposed.
Because we're nationalists.
Because I don't necessarily view transhumanism as progressive.
Transhumanism.
So the whole you can be gay and you can change your gender. I don't think that's progressive. I don't think it does anything to further humanity. I think it fosters mental instability and is harmful overall. Where the modern socialist and Marxists lose me is I am for the working man. I am for the working man and woman. Here's my thing. and this is where me and Jay disagreed on a lot. Like I do inherently believe that men and women should be treated equally. However, that they have different roles, and those should be fostered.
Okay.
We work together. It's like yin and yang. We work together in tandem as a balance.
Okay.
And the problem is outside factors have worked to destroy that balance in our nation. Communism, capitalism, materialism, atheism, these things have all been used. Intersectionality is an evil thing. It's something that should not exist. It's a dialectic used to destroy nations and foment a communist color revolution.
Intersectionality, break that down for me.
It is basically, it's in the name. It is the intersection of every possible social issue. That way you get bogged down in the debate and arguing, and you get further divided and subdivided based on other categories. It basically means if you're a black Christian, you can't even work together with a black gay or a black conservative. It admires everything down and tries to subdivide each and every sector of the population to sow as much division as possible. I used to be New Frontier's OPSEC guy. I know a lot of this stuff, but it makes my brain hurt, so I try to stay away from this type of shit. But that's where the modern communists lose me, because what I stand for is I want to strengthen the nation. That's why I call myself a national socialist, even with the evil context, because it's the most truest possible thing. Like, I guess a national progressive would be another name that would be appropriate.
Okay. Interesting.
I am not a communist because I do believe in the right to personal and private property as well. That's why I don't like communism. I believe that men and women work to have families, to work together, and they work to improve their lives, not live to work. They work they work to live, not live to work.
So Bernie and AOC are clearly one of their top thing is just they're anti-billionaires or whatever, things of that nature. So you fall in line with their
Oh yeah, no, I hate the rich. Have you not heard me talking to Jay and them whenever they talk about rich people and they start worshiping the wealthy, and I'm like, nah, we should raid their mansions and take their shit.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that violent dissonance against the wealthy when they work against the lower classes is completely legitimate.
Okay. Well, because when I look at Trump, I see just a lot of that.
Well, see, here's the issue.
You don't like Trump.
You see it because you get propagandized. But the vast majority of all economicists, I seen something today that his policy has benefited the middle class more than any other group.
Trump?
Yes. Because the mono party, the Democrats and the Republicans before Trump have worked to destroy the middle class. A strong middle class is indicative of a very strong, both economically and cultural nation. It leads to a strong military because you have a middle class with that disposable income, and you have a poor class that works to become middle class for the social mobility. So you wind up with prosperity.
So how did the Dems work against the middle class?
By selling out our wages, mainly.
Both sides did this. It's not like a one or the other.
The Democrats did it first.
So when you say selling out our wages, explain.
Immigration mainly.
Okay,
immigration and excessive taxation.
I'd also like to point out the insane push for college, while also inadvertently jacking up. We're also jacking up the prices through student loans and how that whole system works, while pushing most Americans to do it. So Americans
that were Republicans. Republicans did
Yeah, exactly. No, that was Republicans. I should have specified that in the first place. But that pushing most Americans to take useless degrees. We have such an insane surplus of communications and business degrees that people have gotten into tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt on. That is a degree that's useless, that was pushed by the establishment, and it's objectively bad for the people.
Wait a minute, who pushes that?
mostly
Both
like
Democrats and Republicans.
yeah, but the Republicans started it with their programs that they set up.
Can you point that to me? Because I'm curious to how do you push it? Do they go to the schools and say get these degrees, or how does it happen? I'm curious.
Well, it was pushed into culture, especially amongst like Republicans, as like it was seen like as the way to go forward. That the only way forward is through college,
Yeah,
and they
they're
encouraged
going
it.
through school.
Yeah,
So-
You go through school. All they do is tell you constantly, you gotta get into good college. You gotta prepare for college. What do you?
Yeah, it's
what do
all
you think
about
about
college.
going to
Not
college?
only that, if you go to any Republican state, instead of being a specified school like for trades, hell, even schools for acting, right? They're all college prep schools, especially in rural areas where there's only one school in the school.
I only had one teacher in my entire like school career that said, you don't need to go to college to be successful.
Well, okay. So let me clarify my question. I thought you were saying that they were pushing specific degrees, communications, and something else. I thought.
Oh no! That's just what majority of people get because they have no idea what they want to do, and that's like the easy shit.
Okay.
I should have clarified that. Sorry.
No problem. I think. Well, I see your concern. Going to school, getting a throwaway degree that's not going to lead you to something that's going to bring more income for you, and then you also have this this loan that you have to pay back. I do get that. I do understand that logic, which is why I kind of agree with what Biden was doing in terms of trying to get a lot of these loans, student loans, waived and things of that nature. But I also think it's. I think it's good when we tell people or promote education or higher learning or higher degree. I think that's important. I think that's good. If it's not for you, if schooling, higher education is not for you, then you don't have to go. And like you said, there's other opportunities for people to make a stable living and make a good living, not within a higher degree. So,
Well, the thing is, people are convinced they have to go. Like stupid people are just going to think they have to go to college. And a lot of the times, a lot of these jobs, if you want to get a job, you have to have a college degree into some entry level shit. It's just an entire waste of time.
Okay, so you're saying that, don't promote college and let people naturally gravitate to it for those who want to gravitate to it.
Yeah, make it be known that this path exists, but for the vast majority of people,
like
they're better off going into trades.
A trade.
Or into other sort of schools.
So, like for me, for example, I originally did want to go to college on a historical based degree and become a teacher, but I was lucky enough to meet two people who had that degree and worked dead end service jobs most of their lives because that degree is something that I think about 88% of people who get that degree end up not using and just take out a massive loan. Luckily, they're doing a lot better now, but it's not with that degree.
So I hear your concern. I definitely get that. I think because when I went to school, I went for something that was specifically that I can come out of school and be beneficial to. However, I have friends or whatever that went to school for English and music, and then what are you gonna do with that once you leave school? Go become a teacher? Most of them never did, or whatever the case may be. So I do see what you're saying there.
And it's not only that. When you look at our college system, it's designed to be a money laundromat, right? Like they get money from the government, they wash it, they dry it, and they put it in their pocket.
Well,
Because,
I think this is a common sentiment.
If you're an engineering student, why do you have to take humanities?
Yeah.
Why do you have to do these things? If it doesn't pertain to engineering, it's a waste of time. You only have to do it because
the whole issue is for one, every college outside of a state institution is for profit, and two, just the idea of you need to go to college is pushed on people too hard. So people that just don't know what they want to do with their life are just going to go to college because that's the thing to do. Take out an enormous loan and just end up wait, why did I get this useless degree?
Well, that's all. That's also another problem that I argue with my libertarian uncle about, and I'm not talking about flow state. I'm talking about my actual uncle, because he'll be like, "Man, this freedom, this freedom, this freedom." Like, what is freedom to a retard? What does freedom mean to somebody who has no meaning in life, no drive, no anything? 'Cause that's the majority of men in this world. It always has been.
Hmm.
So, what is somebody who's homeless and not able to provide going to do with their freedom? They're going to live under a bridge and, if they're lucky, eat a can of beans. And they're not going to care about that freedom. They're going to vote for you to lose your freedom. And that's the thing. America doesn't build strong men. Bumpkin's brother called. They're playing Vicia games. That's where he went. And when I end the stream in a few minutes, that's where I'm going to go.
I'm about to go to bed. I got work in the morning.
Now, it was actually good talking to you, Calvin. Like,
This is interesting. This is like a different vortex and a new world. It's like on the other place I've seen you, I get a totally different experience.
This is why I get angry at you, Calvin, because like you have a lot of presumptions about us that just aren't true.
Well, let me let you in on a little secret. When I'm on other people's streams, I'm playing a character. I'm asked to do that.
Okay.
I'm asked to be that way.
So this is the real Muslim. This is the real.
Yeah, because it's my channel. I don't have to be somebody's minstrel. I don't have to lend a hand.
Yeah, he's the comedic relief.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, how often? Because this is like I think my second time checking you out. How often do you go live? Just whenever, or just when you
this week, right? I had to bury the love of my life. Like, I had to bury her. And like I said, I went through hell the past year, so I haven't been streaming. Like, my father died in September, so I haven't been streaming as much as I would like since September. And finally, we buried her. I got some closure that I needed, but I've been helping friends and family and then doing some odd jobs to make a little bit of extra cash. So I'm going to stream more. I'm going to try to stream at least 3 times a week, if not every day, if I can, do smaller streams. And mainly because, like, I don't care about YouTube success, so I'm not going to hyper focus on any one thing. If I want to stream a video game and talk about the art of war, I'm going to do that, because like I love reading. Right now, I'm working on trying to Tucker, calm down with the tail, buddy. Sorry, my puppy's behind me scratching, and right now I'm trying to find a video game that would go good with Plato's Republic, because that won about 3 weeks ago. That won the poll I put out for the audio.
You have to play Ethno Guessing.
I don't want to play Ethno Guess. That's the thing. I want to get away from the race stuff, because even though I believe race is a thing and it matters, and I believe in eugenics, it's not the basis of my personality, and it's not even the biggest or most important beliefs that I hold. That's what annoyed me about playing the character for other people's stream, because like it puts me in a box where I have to be the evil, racist, bad guy that makes fun of people.
Yeah,
actually, if you want to play,
you did a good job playing. I'm just joking.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's why people ask me to come and play it, be a bad guy, and stir up controversy.
That's interesting that you say they called you to do that. I thought that was just you being.
No. Like, I don't get me wrong. Like, I do believe those things, and I have argued with people in the past. But like the love of my life and my dad did a lot to tamper that down the past few years. And then like after losing her and my dad, like I am on a mission to be a better person. And then I was actually talking to my actual cousin, and she was like, "You have a beautiful mind. You're a good person, but the jokes you make people think are real, especially because like 5 years ago, that's what you believed." I'm like, well, I mean, I could get it, but like I've always been joking about it. Nobody actually believes in the wholesale genocide of anybody. That's retarded. You'd be comically evil and stupid to do so. So like I also have never been the most articulate, even though I've always been able to write. I don't speak very well, and I'm too lazy to actually write stuff out. So
I don't. I this. I'm just. This is shocking to me. It's just like I'm talking to a totally different person. So the sober you or whatever the case may be, it's interesting. So it's new to me, but I like what you. I mean, I like this person. So um, it is
he's a
cool.
better. He's a better. As my ex would say, he's a better person to be around.
Oh yeah, and then I'm getting able to get more information because I always thought you were a unique person because you're like under 27, 28, right?
Oh, dude, I am just now in my 30s.
Okay, okay, I thought you were but I think your background was like that you came out you were like a nationalist or whatever the case.
Yeah, a national socialist.
Okay. Well no, you were like white nationalist, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a Nazi.
that
National
Nazi,
Socialist was
National
Nazi
Socialist.
Party.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, well yeah, I always thought that was interesting because you always came up very educated. I always wonder where your knowledge been came from because
Oh, because I was a nerd.
Yeah, I respected that about you.
Yeah.
Even if I like you, I knew like you were like very smart and educated, knew your stuff or whatever the case may be. So I always wonder what you so you were nerded explains it all. I think
Yeah.
I'll be able to pick your brains another time. I know everyone's trying to go, but not to deter. So I mentioned something in your chat the first time I saw you, which was Red Alert. Does that game? You say you familiar with you're familiar with Red Alert Command Count?
Yeah.
Oh
I was
fuck
gonna say,
yeah! Command and Conquer Red Alert.
yeah,
Hell yeah!
which one? Command and Conquer, Command and Conquer Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert 2,
Yes.
Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 User Revenge.
Let
I
me
played
tell
them
you,
all.
let me tell
Red
you
Alert 3 is peak.
let me tell you something. That game right there is why I failed enough. Why I had bad grades my first and second year. We would start that Friday night and we would go all the way until like Sunday or whatever the case may be. So
Based. Based. I love it. I love. Did you ever play any StarCraft?
Star, no Subspace, not StarCraft.
Subspace. Okay.
I don't know if y'all have heard that one, but
I,
yeah, if
I
y'all,
have, but I'm not familiar.
okay, if y'all ever do, no, I don't. I can't mess with that game. I respect.
It's
I know
it's like an addiction. You're like
exactly.
nah.
Yeah, I know I'm a recovering addict, so I can't mess around with certain games like that. So
Nah, dude. I love Red Alert. I just don't. My favorite is Red Alert 2, Yuri's Revenge. But I don't. I actually have them on my desktop right now. Now that you said, I'm staring at them longingly.
uh-huh.
But like, my second favorite and the one I play the most is Tiberium Sun.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
like, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. That Warcraft, Starcraft, the Command and Conquer series, whether it be the Tiberian stories, the Red Alert stories, or even Command and Conquer Generals. I am not a fan. I am a fan, but I'm not a fan of Red Alert 3.
I think it's two. I think it goes as far as two. When it gets too like too advanced, I like the simpler, like I like the simpler one. But yeah,
Are you ready to go to bed, Tucker?
yeah. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll catch you on the rebound the next time you go live. I think I
We
caught your
might
alert.
do a Command and Conquer stream actually.
I'd have to fucking buy it. I haven't had a Command and Conquer game in so long.
Please,
But no,
I can't.
but no, I mean my thing is there is
Oh shit! The remastered collection is $20 on Steam.
there is I got it when it was 6 a few weeks ago.
Oh, it was $6 a few weeks ago. Fuck, I missed that.
Yeah, here's the thing, like, while I am the same person I am online as I am offline, meaning like a loudmouth, like to talk shit, like to hang out, like to be fun. When I am doing something for somebody or I'm on a stream for someone, I am playing a character.
You remind me of Destiny a little bit. I'm sure you know who that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to be insulted by that.
Yeah, I think that's a little insulting, Kelvin.
But yeah.
Why? Well, I only say that because a Destiny. He plays his little game and he talks his politics. And I don't know how he does that. He's like very. What's the word when you can do two things at one time?
Multitasking.
Multitasking.
But I think it's a technical term. But yeah, I always thought it was interesting or whatever. But yeah, he's like a little brainiac or whatever.
I mean, I can do two things at once if one thing is like monotonous But like some of the playing game shit. It's like if it's a game I don't really have to put much thought into, yeah, I can do that.
Brother, I can play Hearts of Iron.
Okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. After like 400 hours, you don't really need to think about it.
All right, look, I'm not gonna bring up other people, but I by far do not have that many hours in Hoi. All right, I have 1,640, but like a good.
Holy shit! You have way more than I do.
A good 1,400 of it is literally for like 2 or 3 days, walking away from my computer and going to work and just leaving it on and pause.
I got most of mine.
Hours in
Hoi 4.
Wait,
sadly.
StarCraft is that the nation building one?
No,
no.
Tucker, calm down, buddy. I got 10 more minutes, then I'm gonna have to bounce, and my puppies want some attention.
The game I have the most hours in is RuneScape. Can you guess how many hours I have in that?
11 billion.
10K.
I have a little over 10K.
Yeah, I knew it. You've been playing that since you were like 5, haven't you?
Yeah.
StarCraft. I think what you're talking about is what Not Laws mentioned. Sins of a Solar Empire.
Sins of a Solar. Yeah, Sins is good.
And they just recently come out with a new Sins.
Yeah, they just dropped Sins 2. I have yet to buy it.
I like the first one. Or it could be Distant Stars or Distant. I can't remember it. It's like just released the third one a couple years ago. Anyway, like StarCraft is the space opera.
Distant Worlds. Are you talking about Distant Worlds?
Yeah, Distant Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, Distant Worlds 2 is pretty cool.
StarCraft is a real time strategy game set in the far future, where it's it was supposed to be a Warhammer 40K game, but then the licenses got dropped and they didn't want to do it, so that's why you have Space Marine. That's why you have like Marines and space and power armor and shit, and you have like an Eldar race with the Protoss, and then you have a
hey, not Eldar. Get it right.
Yeah, you have not Tyranids with the Zerg, and so I honestly prefer the StarCraft universe to the Warhammer universe. I'm not gonna lie.
The Warhammer universe is too big. 40K is too big.
Well, I just like the cowboy in space, Wild West opera theme that StarCraft puts out.
True, that's just Warhammer too.
I don't like how they ended. I don't like how they ended the StarCraft 2.
We're probably not going to get StarCraft 3. Let's be real.
Well, no. I mean, like it ended. It definitely ended unless there's a new nemesis, and then that's just going to make it gay because it's a cash grab. But like the whole. I honestly, I'm just jealous of Jim. I'm gonna be real. He got his happy ending.
Oh yeah. By the way, Pax.
He truly did change her.
But Pax, whenever the Star Citizen servers stop shitting themselves, we should play sometime.
Oh yeah, no, I'm down.
It's currently like unplayable right now because the patch just dropped.
It's always unplayable.
No. It's been pretty playable these last couple years, but right now because 4.1 like literally just dropped the other day, it has like literally been like a struggle to play like at all.
You guys, since we're talking about games and we're talking about Star Citizen, I would suggest getting Star Citizen, even though it'll never be finished and you'll never be able to leave the solar system.
Don't put money into it. Hey, dude, there's 2 solar systems now.
Oh.
Stanton and Pyro. They added the second one. Pyro's added.
Oh, nice. So are they going to add the other 1 bazillion that they said they were going to add?
Probably not. Let's be real. It's going to be a small handful. It's not going to be nearly as much.
They should use AI. And
they do. But they already dropped the first alien character, by the way, just now with this new update 4.1. But yeah, if you guys do get Star Citizen, do not pay for the big ships. Buy a small ship that costs like, sadly, the small ships cost like $40, but like buy one of them and just find people who are stupid enough and bought the big ships like me.
Or you guys, you can form a guild and put like $10 a month or $10 a week to getting a big ass guild ship.
So
those are not coming out.
Okay, so this game you have to actually pay money to.
Yes and no. All right, when you purchase the game, you purchase a pack.
Yeah, you purchase a ship pack.
The the money you drop, you get one or multiple ships, and that's the cost of the game.
No, right? Even then, you can pay anywhere from like I think the cheapest ship you can buy for like an actual like game package. No, it's not. It's not for a game package ship for like an actual ship you can use, like a starter pack. Like a starter pack, the cheapest starter pack is like I think 45. Let me look. Pledge store, pulling it up right now. Yeah, okay. So the cheapest game pack is between the Aurora and what's the other one called? The Aurora and like the Aurora and the Mustang Alpha, which are both $45. One caveat: they both suck ass.
So is this like a War of Words like Star Trek, or is it like you say trying to get to a different planet? Or
okay,
it's a space MMO sandbox game. It's kind of like do some shit.
It's like Starfield, except for an MMO, and with way more content because you can actually board. Like they took the space when people bought Starfield, they thought that they were buying a finished version of Star Citizen.
Like a single player Star Citizen, essentially.
Yeah, because like people were expecting to be able to leave your ship and float around into space and go and board spaceships. Fuck, I'm gonna have to download Star Citizen, aren't I? I gotta clean out some space.
Have fun. 100 gigs. 100 gigs.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, if you do get Star Citizen, absolutely do not spend like an exorbitant amount of money on the game. I did that when I got my first job. And when I was like fucking a kid, and I was like, whoa, I have adult money now. I'm going to spend way too much money on a video game.
Phrasing, buddy.
What was bad about what I said?
Play it back in your head.
I was just speaking. I wasn't really thinking.
Did he calm down?
What did I even say that was bad? Repeat.
You literally said effing and kids when I was effing.
I said it when I was a fucking kid.
Phrase.
When I was a young teenager. When I was a young blood in the streets, making my first little bit of dough. Yeah, when I was like young and I got my first little bit of money, I spent way too much money on that game. So I have a bunch of cool shit that was absolutely not worth the money. And if I could have the money back right now, I would.
Did you because I do regret not spending like $10-15 more and getting the big ass gunship.
Which big ass gunship are you talking about?
It's the black one with the 4 engines that's got the turret on top, and it's still.
Are you talking about the Cuddy Black?
I think so.
Dude, I own the fucking Corsair, which is basically the Cuddy Black on like steroids.
And then they also added planetary vehicles that you can.
That's been in the game for a minute.
Yeah, but yeah. I stopped playing around the time they added them.
Okay, so I have the Sulian, the Vulture, the Corsair, the Mercury Star Runner. I spent way too much money on this game as a kid. I'm still technically a kid. I'm like barely an actual like fully fledged adult, but like still, man, this shit is insane. I bought too much cool shit on the video game. I own the Reclaimer, by the way, Pax.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. It's over, dude. Never give like a young guy money for real. They make stupid ass decisions half the time.
But no, like so you basically for the price of the game you buy a ship pack. But once you have that ship pack and the community's not toxic at all. Like they're toxic in the sense they're not gonna let you have an easy time when you're fighting and you're actually playing the game. But as far as like being rude or mean or finding people to play and do stuff with, it's not toxic at all. You'll quite frequently find like wealthy players, and I don't mean like wealthy in the game. I mean wealthy in real life because like you could literally pay for what you pay in a mortgage.
Oh no, you can like literally buy a new car playing this game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah, the most expensive game like package. So the most expensive package, you have to spend a minimum of $10. No, wait. Since when?
It's $100,000.
Since when? What the fuck? I thought it was like $50K.
No, it's been
What the
$100,000.
fuck?
Like you get like a big ass capital, like a 10-man, like a 15-man capital ship.
No. The Kraken. That's like $2,000. That's like $2.5 grand. I would know because I know people who bought it, and that's how much they spent on it.
No, this ship is absolutely massive and comes with like several other like parasite fighters.
You're talking. Well, the Kraken is the big ass like carrier.
What is it? The $100,000 got you.
The-
Anyway,
the most expensive game package that's available right now is like $50,000, and it comes with every single ship that is in the game and is in concept. So it's basically any ship that has been made and will ever be made. You pay $50,000 and you will get it.
That was $100,000 in 2019 when I bought the game.
Oh yeah, I think you're right about that. I think it was that much money back then. But it's 50 now.
So basically, like, and you can earn the money relatively quickly if you grind and buy those ships with in-game currency. So you don't have to buy these massive, big ass.
Okay, it's not relatively quickly. Let's be real.
It is relatively quickly.
Depends on what you're talking about.
Well, I mean,
Depends.
like
if you don't have the methods to make the money first, like the good methods, you're kind of shit out of luck.
Well, if you don't know how to do that, you're just bad at video games.
No. If you buy the wrong starter pack, you're kind of fucked. Like if you buy the Aurora MR, you're kind of fucked.
I bought the Aurora and was able to get other ships and do way better.
Yeah, how'd you do that? Because did you just do box missions?
I did box missions. I got the nice. They gave it to me. Give me that bit. Core in this. This is mine. I'm playing the Soviet Union. I'm just bullying everybody.
Oh, sorry. The Kraken is 1.6K.
Yeah, that's not hard at all. Wait, are you talking about
real
money?
I'm talking about real money. I'm talking about USD.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. It's retarded. But people pay for it. I mean, shit. I'd probably spent. I don't want to guess how much money I spent on this game.
If they would
it's
polish,
genuinely embarrassing.
If they would polish what they have now, and make it playable, I wouldn't mind dropping that when I had it. Because it's a fun game, and even if the player base dies off, there's enough NPC content where they can literally.
I mean, half the fun is like just fucking around and then like finding some random guy and then getting ganked or something.
I don't like getting ganked. It makes me mad.
I played with a pirate org back when I had free time. We was gankers, except we didn't gank people. We just extorted them.
I love doing base raids because like it's the only game that satisfies that free sandbox space thing.
It is. There's nothing like elite. It's pretty close, but it's just not close enough.
Because here's the thing, like Star Citizen, they've made enough money to fund like an African nation for the rest of eternity.
For real.
They don't care about money. Like they're set, so they don't do every little thing they can to siphon money from the player base. They just offer you unrealistic expectations.
That is one thing. Yeah, I mean, they do. The game will never come out. It will never come out.
Yeah, not the single player came out recently or a couple years.
No, it's not. It's still not out.
Really?
Yeah, it's still not out. It's supposed to come out next year, but they've been saying that for years. Much like how they've been saying the game's supposed to come out in just a couple years for years.
Well, fucking isn't Star Citizen like 20 years in the making?
10 years of quote unquote playable game, but like 20 years in the making. Yeah.
Jesus.
This game is never going to come out. It's never going to come out. That's just a fact. If it ever comes out, I will be like genuinely impressed. But yeah, right now the servers are fucking shot because of the patch that just dropped. But whenever the servers are not shot, I would be down to play.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely got to play. I'll definitely stream that if my
Dude, because I've been.
I got this
Mhm.
gaming computer specifically to play Star Citizen because I was able to play Star Citizen on the Walmart computer.
I was able to play Star Citizen on my old laptop, or not my laptop, but my old desktop. Barely. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to upgrade.
Yeah, I love Star Citizen, and it is a fun as fuck game when you can get completely kitted out and like actually play. But it is infuriating.
They added Tier 0 item recovery, which basically means everything in your everything in your arm, like the armor you're wearing and the shit you have on your person, stays with you now even after death. It's just like shit in your backpack.
They really should have implemented that from the get go, though.
It's not gonna stay that way. This is Tier 0.
Well, no,
it's just
no. Like while it's in beta, once they release the full game, it shouldn't be that way. But like, you know how many times I've walked out of an elevator or had a door malfunction and it shot me into the void, and I lose an entire fucking kit that I just spent like 100,000 credits on.
I remember that.
Shit. Like when I literally, because I didn't, like, for the longest I didn't know what was happening when I get bounced to the void, and like
no, it's the elevators. It's always the elevators.
Slide out. Like, the elevator didn't even open up like a normal door. It slid down and just bitch smacked me off the map, and I'm like, the fuck?
Dude, elevators have been broken for years. Like, even now. Okay, before they dropped the patch, I wasn't having any issues with elevators, and then they dropped the patch, and now I'm having issues with elevators again.
I just love the fact that the biggest disappointment in Starfield was the non-seamless takeoff and landing.
Oh yeah, Pax. But did you see they dropped the first capital ship a little while ago? The RSI Polaris
on Starfield.
Star Citizen.
Oh, really?
The first capital ship.
Is it like a 10-man? Like,
you could 10-man it probably. I've only been on one that was like a wreck, damn near, that some guy just abandoned on a planet. Like the ship was like bugged. So I went on to see what was up with it. I bet you could probably fit like 10 people on that.
Do they still have the distress mission where you can go and do anti-piracy actions on that fucking pleasure yacht?
I think so. I have yet to do it.
That was my favorite fucking mission.
Yeah, so the Polaris is a crew of 12.
I see. Is it okay? So what's its skeleton crew? Because you have the crew of 12, and then you have the bare fucking minimum.
Bare fucking minimum is probably 2 because the pilot only controls the torps.
Ooh, that would suck.
Yep. That's why I don't own it. Also, it's $975. That's another reason why I don't own it.
Yeah, but in-game currency, that would be almost 1 million credits, and 1 million credits ain't hard to come by.
More than that. The only way to get it right now is through the aliens mission tree, and apparently it's like the grindiest thing ever. But
because in game it's roughly 10 times the 10. Is it 10 or 100?
It's like it depends on the ship.
Well, it's either 10 or 100 times the real world equivalent.
Yeah, the biggest ship I got is the Reclaimer, which you can one-man skeleton crew, but having 2 people makes it so much more comfortable.
I like having a crew of 4.
That's peak, yeah. But Pax, do you know the Corsair, the Drake Corsair?
Is it the black gunship that you can drop out and then go do gang shit on pirate bases with?
You can, but it's different than the one you're thinking of, I bet you.
Because I love that. I love that you can just do gang shit and do fucking special forces type shit. In the game.
The game has not been working for me. So instead of just showing the fucking game, let me just pull this shit up real quick. All right, hold up. My computer is like, for whatever reason, trying to fight me about pulling this up.
While you do that, Muslim, I'll catch you on. You said you don't have a next set time you're gonna go, just in case. I mean, sure.
Yeah. No. I posted my Discord in here. If y'all want to join that, I have to give everybody a role so they can be vetted. But if you're on there, just let me know just join and let me know your username, post in the back chat, and I'll just give you.
Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen.
I'll catch you next live.
All right, man. You have a good one, Calvin. It was good talking to you.
Same here. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. It's this thing. It's pretty good sized. It's a nice ship.
That is not the one I was thinking about. I was thinking about the big.
You're thinking of this, I bet you. I bet you money you're thinking about this. Not the alcohol, this thing.
Yeah, that one.
The Cuddy Black. I also have
I love that you can steal other people's ships too, by the way.
I also have this thing. Goofy ass ship.
That is a thing you guys can do in Star Citizen. You can just outright steal somebody's shit.
Yeah, I've done that before. I stole a dude's ship and scrapped it.
I started playing right as soon as they stopped allowing you to keep the ships that you stole long term.
I got this thing, this big ass scrap vehicle, scrapping ship. I spent way too much money on this game as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. Don't do it, kids. If you're a parent, don't let your child take your credit card and spend too much money on this dumbass game. And if they do, you got a 30-day refund window.
So parents, implicitly let your kids enjoy things.
Nah, there's a difference between enjoying things and spending too much money on a fucking video game. Yeah, I do have some nice ass ships. The Corsair, so the Cutlass Black, it's the same like in-game company that makes the two, and the Corsair is like the Cutlass Black like times 20. It's way bigger. It still has the big ass fucking back, just like drop down ramp.
I'm so glad that I wasn't sharing my screen because I just did the classic Hoi 4 blunder where I have a massive army and I accidentally put the army in with the bigger force. And it was hilarious.
But yeah, it's 11:25 though. I'm gonna go to bed though. So have a good night.
I think I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks you guys for watching. Don't believe the hype is all I'll say. It was wonderful having you guys on. It was wonderful having you guys viewing. I hope you enjoyed it. All my trials and tribulations are pretty much over, so I will be back streaming for you guys again. Thank you for coming up, Calvin. Thank you all for watching. And we'll be back definitely either tomorrow or in a couple days. Thank you guys. Bye bye.